has really been a talk for the entire season, Mike. Even head coach David McGuire has mentioned during several interviews that even during the games that the Panthers have been victorious in, he is still looking for a complete four quarters from his ball club. So this hasn't been a talk the entire season. And you mentioned the rushing attack of the Panthers, and to your point, yes, Lamar University, their strength is the run defense. However, I've mentioned this before, and the Panthers not only have a rushing attack, they have multiple guys that can get the job done. That's going to be the strength for the Panthers here in this ball game, especially offensively. But we talk about guys like Ahmad Antoine, who's typically been leading the charge for the Panthers on the ground so far this season. Fourth in SWAC in terms of rushing yards. He's averaging 5.4 yards per carry, which is very good. It's positive yards, as well as positive yards to be exact. But not only that, you can bring in guys like Jaden Stewart, the freshman running back, Connor Wyshan, Christian Mosley, Bernard Goodwater. You have all these tools at running back that you can bring in, even against a defense that's very well in stopping the run. You can bring in multiple guys that can run the ball that are still wear out the defense, Mike.
Well, they can run the ball, but I need somebody that's going to be willing to run the ball in the second half. I need a second half finish, a complete finish. And I'll just put it out there on the line right now, Andre. I am expecting the Panthers to do well today. It's been a long time since these two have come together. In fact, 10 years. The last time they met, the Panthers were handed a goose egg, 31-0. Not that any of these guys were even thinking about Prairie at the time, and not even you, Andre, but I was around. And, you know what it's like just once again, a Southland opponent. We struggled against the Southland for big time, and we might need to hit that crowd mic just for a minute until we get some games played because they're going in and out, kind of peaking up. But with all that being said, you got everything that's cooked up for the perfect storm on either side of the coin. The Panthers could let this become a trap game, or the Panthers could let this be a game of dominance like it should be according to paper and where these guys are in their respective conferences, and move forward. Don't look past this game of getting anticipated for Bethune-Cookman. Let this take care of his business first, and then let's let the Wildcats come to the heel. But first things first, we got to take care of business with Lamar.
Have to take care of business with Lamar. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. And, yes, Bethune-Cookman, the Panthers will be returning home to the Hill next week for their homecoming game against Bethune-Cookman. But first, as Mike mentioned, the Panthers are going to have to take care of business here in Beaumont, Texas against Lamar University. So, and to your point, Mike, and so how important is it when you have a team like the Panthers, just in general, when you're coming off a bye week, from the previous week where, you fell short at home, a loss that was a much-needed win against a Western Division opponent. Then you take a week off. It's a bye week. And then you're on the road at that, which may be considered, hostile territory. You're on the road at that, looking to kind of bounce back. How is it going to be for the Panthers and what they're going to need to do to try to bounce back from pretty much a week or 2 week layoff after the last opponents they faced that they came up short against?
Well, it depends on how you look at it, Andre, and the way I'm looking at it, this was the perfect storm for the Panthers. After the humiliating loss at home, you have a bye week, and then your next game is on the road. So you leave the scene of the crime, you get it far behind you as possible, get out here, get back on the road of redemption, of taking care of business, doing what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters of play. 4 quarters of play. I can't overemphasize that enough, Andre. It's, a lot of people were, talking about the ruckus that took place between Southern and Prairie View before the game. Now, we didn't go into much detail on it because we didn't want to be focusing on that. And it was not because of the ruckus why the Panthers lost. Because if the ruckus had that much of an impact, you wouldn't have had a first-half lead. You get what I'm saying? So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You go in here and finish strong. Stay disciplined. Play the quality ball that you know you can play, and let's take care of this business right, man. Let's take care of this business right.
Let's take care of business right, coming in and coming out the right way. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince, who just now tuning in. We're in the midst of our pregame show here from Provost Humphrey Stadium by way of Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. We have about 26 minutes showing on the game clock as the Panthers are ready to do battle against the Cardinals of Lamar University of the Southland Conference. We'll take a quick break and come back with more of our pregame show here as the Panthers are ready and set sail. They're ready to take on Lamar University here from Beaumont, Texas. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. This is Panther football right here on the Yellow Mike Broadcast Network.
While we have a quick break in the action, we want to thank all of our sponsors and supporters for making today's broadcast possible. The Prairie Athletic Club, the Panther Backers, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Teague's Barbecue, and A Rocket Movers and Storage. Thank you for your continued support of our broadcast coverage throughout Waller County and beyond. The station designed with you in mind, the Upper Mike Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
And welcome back to Panther Football right here on the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. We're in the midst of our pregame show here from Provost Humphrey Stadium by way of Beaumont, Texas. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince as the Panthers are ready to do battle against the Cardinals of Lamar University. Now, just to kind of bring everybody up to speed, Mike, we kind of touched on what happened 2 weeks ago against the Panthers, for the Panthers and Southern University. What did you see in that game? Of course, the Panthers fell short by the score of 45-13. What did you see in that game that kind of contributed to the Panthers taking the loss in that ball game at home?
They gave up 35 unanswered points. They did not execute on third downs on both sides of the ball. And they were like night and day, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. The good thing about it, it's over with. You can't go and redo it. You won't deal with Southern until next year. You don't play twice a year like in the NFL. It's done and over with. So you can't let this game beat you twice. Can't let it beat you 3 times. You can't even let it haunt you for the rest of the season. The woulda, coulda, shouldas are out of the window. So now what you go in, bring up the good points. Everyone came out healthy for the most part. Okay? Another good point from my vantage point. I don't think you can play any worse than what you showed today. I mean, not today, but, last time out. So everything, there's nowhere up but up. There's nowhere but up for the Panthers. Okay? You go in, we talked about the slew of running backs that you have available. The offensive line play, for the most part, have been playing pretty decent. Okay? Defensive and special teams have really been carrying the Panthers. So what you're still looking for is that full cylinder. Because when you get a lead, especially at home, but when you get a lead, part of the offense job is to milk that clock with long, punishing drives. Okay? And I'm not talking about settling for field goals. I need to cross the goal line. I need 6 with the PAT to make it 7. So what you look at is that the Panthers have enough time off now, regardless of the opponent that's in front of them. Because if the Panthers take care of business today, then they're going to say, well, you played a team that was 0-6. Okay, that's not my problem. We didn't know they was going to be 0-6 when the game was scheduled. Okay? So if they are 0-6, and this is no disrespect to Lamar, treat them like they're 0-6 by going out and execute.
And you can't take yes, sir, and you definitely can't take a team like this lightly that is 0-6 because, as I mentioned before, nobody wants to end their season winless. So every opponent that they're going to be facing, whether they're successful or not, every opponent that they're going to be facing, they're going to be coming guns blazing because they want to get that first W in the win column for the 2022 season. And again, they don't want to end the season winless. So if you're Prairie View, you're going to have to take that into consideration and not take these guys lightly in every aspect and every phases of the game, Mike. We talk about offense, defense, and even special teams, which is the side that's played exceptionally well for the Panthers so far this season. Special teams has came up very big for the Panthers in several games, in several high-key moments so far this season. So that is another side that I'm going to be looking for to come up big for the Panthers. All phases are going to be very, very important. And to your point about last weekend, you're absolutely right. You never want to harp on it. What's done is done. Again, like you said, you don't play Southern again, so you won't have to worry about them until next year. But the one thing that stood out to me, and it's not even just a Southern game, but just in general for the Panthers that I'm going to be looking for here in this ball game, and even moving forward for the rest of the 2022 campaign, and that is adjustments. The Panthers are definitely going to have to make adjustments during certain moments when they're necessary. We're talking offensively. We're talking defensively. You mentioned the fact that the offense wasn't able to milk the clock 2 weeks ago against Southern, which is something that the Panthers have been doing exceptionally well. They're in the top 3 in terms of time of possession in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. So their ability to they definitely have the ability to milk the clock offensively, especially when you have a rushing attack like the Panthers have. So the fact that they were unsuccessful of that definitely stood out to me, and also the lack of adjustments. Especially defensively. So far, at least for the past 3 or 4 weeks, defensively the Panthers have been kind of playing that soft zone defense, and Southern was able to kind of pick them off and find little soft spots within the zone defense, and there weren't any adjustments made. So moving forward, that's what I'm going to be looking for the Panthers. We've harped on playing a complete 4 quarters, and adjustments is going to be my next thing that I'm looking for the Panthers. In key moments, during key times of the game, being able to make adjustments when they're necessary.
Okay, and a great assessment, but it boils down to this: you got to finish what you started.
Yes, sir.
Got to finish what you started. If you can tackle, run, throw, and catch in the first half, then by gosh, you ought to be able to do it in the second half. Because what got you the lead. I'm going back to Abilene, Texas. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah,
but,
you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. But this team has played well, Andre. This team has played well. But sometimes you got to nudge it just a little bit. I know earlier I said I want 6 and not 3. But if the 3 is going to help keep me in the lead and increase my lead, keep chipping away. Keep chipping away. Because we've seen what the special teams is capable of. They've come up with several big plays in this season already, and we're just at the halfway point. And I got to expect at least maybe 1 or 2 more plays to come, maybe a couple of them tonight. Who knows? But you've got to finish, man. I cannot overemphasize that. And I'm not saying this is the case. When I spoke with Coach McDowell and even defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator Todd Milton and, my goodness, Mark Frederick, they were trying to kind of baffled. Like, hey, what is exactly going on here? We're looking at the film. We're putting you guys in the position to be successful. But what happens sometimes, I'm not saying this is the total case for Prairie View, but sometimes when you're young, you're doing good, you start looking up at the lights, looking up in the stands, looking at the press clippings, and you lose focus. So hopefully they can get refocused and finish strong, because I'm tired of getting my heart broken, Trey. I'm tired of getting my heart broken. We come in, we look like, hey, we looking good. We're looking good. And then here comes the second half. Whoa. Can we just call it quits at halftime?
Well, unfortunately, we can't do that. So therefore the Panthers are just going to have to learn to finish what you start. Like you mentioned before, you can't this is college football. Regardless of the fact, we can talk about FCS, FBS, SWAC. At the end of the day, this is college football. You're going to have to start what you finish. You're going to have to play a complete 4 quarters. You're not there's no way that you can be up by nearly enough to where you think that unless you're up by 30, 40 points at halftime or something like that, if the score was 13-10 at halftime, if it's 13-10, if it's any kind of, that is still anybody's ball game. You are in no position to, and I don't want to sound like, I'm beating a dead horse or anything like that, because, again, we have to look forward to the Cardinals here today. That is of Lamar University. But regardless, you're going to have to finish all 4 quarters, and you're going to have to finish what you start, and you can't get ahead of yourself. And like you said, I understand when things start looking your way, things start looking really good. Sometimes you may try to come out relax a little bit. We can just hope and pray that the Panthers have learned from that so far this season. We still have another half to go, and the Panthers are going to use what they've learned and carry it over to the second half of the 2022 campaign, Mike.
Oh, I know they're going to, and like I say, we just got to, I'm from Missouri, right? I'm from Missouri. and
yes, sir.
Got the show.
Old City. Yeah.
You got the
Missouri
show.
City.
And if you no, not no Mo City, baby, not no Mo City. I'm from the real Mo, the St. Louis MO.
Oh, the St. Louis. Oh, the St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes,
yeah.
None of the Mo City, baby. None of the Mo City.
Yeah, because you also got Missouri City, Texas, and you got St. Louis, Missouri. So okay.
Yeah, it's like night and day. We won't even get into that, though. We won't even get into that. Now here's another interesting.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
So, another interesting thing about today's matchup: the Panthers, believe it or not, are 10-point favorites in this game. The 10-point favorites in this game, according to those that track these things for financial gain. We don't do financial gain here, but it's interesting to have the Panthers up by 10 to win by 10 on the road. What does that tell you? That tells you that Prairie View has a quality team. It tells you that if they hit on all cylinders for 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, they should come out the winner today. They should.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
They've got the defense to get it done. They've got the defense to get it done. They have the athletes to get it done, period. And I have confidence in the coaching staff to get it done. But I guess our theme word for the rest of the season is finish. That's all I can think of.
That is the word for the rest of the season, Mike.
And I hate to appear that I'm beating this dead horse. It's hard to say, look, man, I've been dead for 2 weeks now. Leave me alone and go down the road and get you a new pony to abuse. But, they got to finish.
Yes, and for those that are tuning in right now, again, Andre Davis alongside Dr. Mike Prince, we're in the midst of our pregame show here from Beaumont, Texas. The Panthers are ready to take on the Cardinals of Lamar University. We have about 13:30 remaining here before today's kickoff, and we're bringing this up because the Panthers, one, obviously because of the passion that we have, but two, the Panthers have found themselves in several close ball games this season, and their record, just from our vantage point, again, we're here in the broadcast booth, and we're not out there on the field, of course, but from our vantage point, the Panthers, the record could look totally different so far midway through this season had they played 4 complete quarters. I can take, you know me, Mike, we've talked about this before, I can take a loss, a team that's just beating you from start to finish all 4 quarters. But it's one thing to just take a loss from a team that's just beating you, whereas you have put yourself in a position to take a loss because you're not playing 4 complete quarters. You're not playing from start to finish. You're coming out and you're just a completely different ball club in comparison to what we saw in those first 2 quarters. That's the difference, and that's what we've been seeing so far. So it's not that we're trying to beat a dead horse, but it's more so the passion. We'll call it that. It's the passion that we have and what we expect out of the Panthers, especially from what we see in those first 2 quarters. We expect the same thing in the third and the fourth quarter. And so far, it's just been kind of it's just been two different teams that we've seen so far. So that's what we're hoping for. We talked about Lamar University, the fact that they're winless so far in the 2022 season. In my opinion, a team like that, especially midway, and you're playing at home, a team like that can be very, very dangerous. And if you're the Panthers, this is not a team that you're going to have to take lightly. Like you talked about the defense, I'm going to be looking for takeaways from the defense here in this ball game. They've been very well in takeaways. They've been in the top half of the pack of the Southwestern Athletic Conference in terms of defensive takeaways. We didn't see any takeaways 2 weeks ago against Southern University. I'm going to be looking for some takeaways on defense here in this ball game.
No doubt. And to add to the importance of this game, not only for Prairie, but for Lamar, speaking with some of the Lamar officials this week in preparation for this game, this is a big game for them. They're having a special ceremony, like a Hall of Honor for some former players that they're going to be, introducing to the home base. And when they found out that the band was going to be joining the football team today, they said tickets sold like hotcakes. And this is going to be the biggest crowd that they're going to have all season long, even bigger than their homecoming. Okay? So what that tells you is that Lamar's going to be playing with some extra energy, some extra juice. And Prairie View is going to have to come in here and set the house in order. From the opening drive, they're going to have to dictate on both sides of the ball. If they win the toss and defer, let their defense go out and dominate. I expect to see a lot more pressure being applied by the front seven on today. I expect to see tighter coverage on the defense. But if they play zone, it's going to be a tighter zone and not that fluffy zone, that old soft zone. I don't care if it's 3rd and 27. Play them tight. Get them off the field. And on the offensive side, they are going to have to execute on third downs. I don't care if you're up by 31 or you're up by 1. You got to execute on third downs. And that begins, believe it or not, on the first down. The first down is going to set you up. Because if you're getting 4 or 5 yards on first downs, that opens up your selection in your playbook for second down and third. I can get my infamous swing pass, to one of them 5 horsemen to get me another 3 or 4, and then I'm at 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Those, in most cases, are just about automatic. In most cases, with any type of functioning offensive line, that's almost automatic. They thrive and hunger for those opportunities. Running behind me, coach, running behind me. So you got to set this tempo on both sides of the ball. And don't let up. I heard you state that earlier. Don't back away. Don't feel like you got it in the bag. And take care of business, man. That's all I keep saying. Finish. What was the old Mortal Kombat video game? Finish him. That's what the Panthers want to do. So you might hear me call it out throughout the day.
Well, and to your point about a third down conversion, Mike, in order for you to be, and it's something that a lot of people don't, that we don't really talk about enough, but in order for you to be successful on third down conversion, you have to be good on first and second down. If you're the Panthers, you can't get yourself in a situation where you're only getting a yard on first down or a yard on second down, or you're going backwards on first and second down. So now you put yourself in a bind on third down. Now it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. And for those, and you already know that if you follow football, if you've been a football fan, whether you played it or if you've been a spectator, there's not too many plays that are designed for 3rd and long. Now, if you luck up and you're able to convert it on 3rd and long, then praise be. But there's not too many plays that are designed for 3rd and long. So if you're the Panthers, in order for you to be successful on third down, you're going to have to be successful on first and second down. And that starts with running the ball, which is something you've been doing all season long. You're going to utilize Ahmad Antoine. And as I mentioned before, he's averaging 5.4 yards per carry. Every running back on this team that's run the ball so far this season is averaging positive yards. They're averaging more than 3 yards per carry. That's Bernard Goodwater, Connor Wysham, Jaden Stewart, Christian Mosley, Ahmad Antoine, all 5 running backs, and of course Travion Conley as well, who likes to take off running, especially on third downs. All these running backs are averaging more than 3 yards per carry. So you can utilize that, gain positive yards on first and second down, some good positive yards to be exact, and then you can set yourself up for 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, much manageable third downs, if you will.
No doubt about it. And another thing that we have not really addressed as thorough as we should, and that is the receivers catching the balls. There have been a lot of key drops early in the season. I didn't want to harp on it because I don't believe in beating up on a kid per se, but you got to catch the ball. You got to catch, and they've been on what? 3rd downs, and they have it. The receivers open because guys are drawn in for the run, and boom, there it is over the top. But you got to catch the ball, which is part of that. What's the word for the season? Finish.
Finish.
Yes, the ball.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
care if you get 1 target per game. Make it count. You've got to finish. Got to. Can't overemphasize it, Brother Dre. Can't overemphasize it enough, man. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Look, I know we're getting close to kickoff. I want to give a quick SWAC update. Right now, Texas Southern is on top of Alcorn by the score of 14-13, and I believe they are at the half as we speak, and Jackson State getting close to halftime on top of Campbell by the score of 9-7. And you have Bethune-Cookman trailing to Mississippi Valley with a 13:40 remaining before halftime. So those are some scores around the SWAC. Brother Dre, just wants to get you caught up on that, man. I know you're a busy man,
yes.
and I want to try to bring some balance in your life.
Well, I think you're a little busy today too. Just a little bit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Andre Davis alongside Dr. Mike Prince. We're in the midst of our pregame show. Just getting ready to wrap it up here pretty soon. The Panthers have just came out into the field. They're going to be in the gold pants with the white jerseys and the white helmets.
Okay.
As Lamar's band is out there on the field right now, looks like they're giving their performance right now. As we mentioned, the Marching Storm is in the house, and they will be performing here at halftime.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Be a home game? A home away from home game?
It's a home away from home. We're broadcasting from Beaumont, Texas, about an hour and 45, close to 2 hours from Prairie, Texas. So home away from home, overall about a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, a nice little commute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice little commute. The Panther Nation is in the house. Yes, sir. They're in the house. We're going to see if the Panthers can take care of business here. As we get ready to wrap up our... Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See if we can adjust what we got with that crowd, Mike. See what we got.
Yes, that's what we get ready to do. Yes, as we get ready to wrap up our pregame show here, we'll try to see if we can make some adjustments for our crowd mic. All right. Should hear the band in the background, the Lamar band, if you will, as their team has just ran out to the field. Lamar is going to be in the black pants with the red jerseys, black helmets, with the white numbers. As they just ran out to the field, 2:20 and counting here down on the game clock. as both teams are standing on their respective sidelines. Captains are getting ready to take center field for the coin toss here at Provost Humphrey Stadium by way of Lamar University. And as we get ready to wrap up our pregame show, Dr. Mike Prince, your final thoughts and what you're going to be looking for the Panthers for today's contest. I know you talked about finish. What's going to be your final assessment, what you're going to be looking for the Panthers here in today's ball game, sir?
I'm looking for the Panthers to score 35 points today. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 35.
35. So if the Panthers let's say, even if they get the win, but let's say they don't get 35, will there be a disappointment, sir?
I will be disappointed, yes, sir. I will be disappointed.
We'll see if the Panthers can make Dr. Mike Prince proud by putting a 35 here on the road against Lamar University.
I believe they can. I believe you can do it.
Yes, sir. So Prairie has won the coin toss. So Prairie has won the coin toss, and they will receive to start this ball game. We talked about during our pregame show of whether or not the Panthers, if they win the coin toss, if they were going to defer to the second half. It's something that the Panthers have been doing at least in the first half of the 2022 campaign. The Panthers win the coin toss, and they have elected to defer to the second half and put their defense out on the field first. But so far, at least for the past 2 weeks, the Panthers have won the coin toss. They decided to put their offense out there on the field first, right?
Yeah, and I guess that's to give them a little morale booster, and I guess you want to set the tempo. But whatever the case may be, no matter where they start, as long as they finish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As long as they finish.
Well, with that being said, we are showing 15 on the game clock, and we are ready for some Panther football right here at Ripple Mike Broadcast Network, Mike.
Yes, sir. As they say, let's get it on, brother. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. You just now tuning in. The Panthers have won the coin toss, and they will be receiving. The Cardinals will be kicking from right to left, from the north end to the south end of the end zone. And back deep for the Panthers will be the redshirt senior Jalen Howard, along with the freshman running back Connor Wysham. As the Cardinals getting ready to kick this thing off. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in here. The Panthers are on the road to take on Lamar University. And the kick is off, and this one is going to sail in the back of the end zone. The Panthers are going to have this one at their own 25-yard line, moving left to right. And leading the charge for the Panthers will be the quarterback, Trayvon Conley. And he's going to be accompanied by Ahmad Antoine. Ahmad Antoine is sitting fourth in the Southwestern Athletic Conference in terms of rushing yards, averaging 5.4 yards per carry, right at 80 yards per game. He's going to be offset to Conley's right. Tommy, his demands in motion. He's going to hand off to Antoine at the middle. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Ball plays at the 27-yard line. Panthers moving left to right. Panthers go with a quick hurry-up offense. 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. This time Conley dropped back the pass. Looking. He's going to roll to the left side. He's going to take it himself. And he's finally going to go out of bounds right at the first down marker. And they will give it to him. It's going to be first down for the Panthers. Trayvon Conley with the quarterback scramble. didn't have a man downfield. He just took it upon himself, and he picks up a first down for the Panthers. Ball now plays at their own 35-yard line. Hurry up offense for the Panthers. This time another drop back to pass, and this one's going to be incomplete as he was looking for number 87, Kobe Washington, on a post pattern. And it will be incomplete. That's going to bring us 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers moving left to right. Quick hurry up offense. This time another hand up to the run back up the middle. He's going to break one tackle, and he's finally going to be brought down past the 40. And they're officially going to mark this one just shy of the first down marker. It's about a 9-yard pickup there. Hurry up offense, another hand up at the middle. This time he's going to shed another defender, and he's going to break up. And he has nothing but daylight. Past the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers. And that was the other running back, Jaden Stewart, came in on the previous play to relieve Lamar Antoine, and he burst up the middle for about a 55-yard touchdown run with the PAT to follow.
That's what I'm talking about, Dre. That's what I'm talking.
Panthers looking strong on that opening drive. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good for the Panthers. Right first head here in today's contest, a 55-yard touchdown run by Jaden Stewart and the Panthers. On top of this one by the score of 7-0 with 13:45 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and come right back with more Panther football right here at the Beaumont Mike Broadcast Network.
We're taking a quick break of our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. Be sure to listen to us live during our next broadcast coverage next Saturday, October 29th, as the Panthers return home for their homecoming game against Bethune-Cookman. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m., and we'll be coming at you with our pregame show at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you can't make it to the Hill for the game, you can catch all the live play-by-play coverage by dialing 857-777-0000. That number again, 857-777-0000. And it's only on the Upper Mike Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
And welcome back to Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. Panthers looking strong on their opening drive, Mike. 55-yard touchdown run by Jaden Stewart.
Yes, sir. You know, once again, we almost at the 35, Dre. That's first set. Got to get to 35. I'm telling you, 35 a bus for me today. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. And the Panthers kick this one off, kicking from left to right. And he's going to be brought down right at the 24-yard line. That was number 2, Vincent. Check that, Demond Harris on the return for the Cardinals. And they're going to set up shop at their own 24-yard line, moving right to left. And for the Cardinals, Mike Chandler will be leading the charge at quarterback. He's going to be accompanied by Kalen Griffin. He's going to have 2 receivers to his left and 2 to the right. And he's going to drop back the pass. He's going to look left over. He has a man. That pass is complete. Pass to 30, and he's going to be brought down right at the 33-yard line. He's cleared there to number 5, Jalen Beaumont, on the reception for the Cardinals. Gain of about 9 yards on the play is going to bring us 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals. Ball plays at their own 33-yard line. Cardinals moving right to left. Chandler's got 2 receivers to his right and 2 to the left. This is a man in motion, and they're going to go to the opposite left side. He has a man, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds. Near midfield, will be enough for Cardinals first down. And they went with an option play to the left, and he pushed it right at the last minute. And they were able to pick up a first down on that play. Ball's now going to be placed at their own 47-yard line. This time Chandler's going to line up directly under the center. High formation for the Cardinals. Handoff at the right side, and he's going to be brought down right at the first down marker. Jalen Griffin on the rush for the Cardinals. And it's going to be enough for another first down for the Cardinals. They're now creeping their way into Panther territory. 2 first downs on this opening drive for the Cardinals. Ball's now placed at the 44-yard line of the Panthers. 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 7-0. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Chandler. Chandler back to pass. He has a bang. And that pass is going to be complete past the 40, and he's going to be brought down right at the 37-yard line. Devon Ray on the reception for the Cardinals. He was tackled by Jemias Presley. 5-yard pickup on the play is going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Cardinals. As the Cardinals are looking strong here so far on their opening drive. Haven't been faced with a third down just yet. And Chandler is a man in motion. Jet sweep to the left side, and he's going to be met immediately. Picks up about 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals. We talked about third down conversions. The city good for the offense for the Panthers, but we also have mentioned here in the 2022 campaign how critical it is for the Panthers to get off the field on third down as they now force the first third down so far here in this opening drive for the Cardinals. 3rd and 4 to be exact. And they're going to go with the play action fake. Chandler goes to the right side. He's being pressured. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to go out of bounds. Doesn't look like he's had enough for a first down. We'll see where they mark it. And he was pressured by the defensive lineman, Kevin Victorian, on that last play. And he did not get enough for a first down.
But if you're Lamar, do you go for it?
Well, it does appear that the offense will stay out in the field. The Cardinals are lined up at the 36-yard line of the Panthers. And they're going to hand off with the middle, and he's not going to have nearly enough for the first down as he was met by Keyshawn Johnson, the linebacker. He was able to stuff that one out for the Panthers, and it will be a turnover on down.
Yes, indeed. That's the statement that has to be made. Now you got to finish. You got to finish.
Well, the Cardinals, yes, sir. Finish has been our word so far here in this game. It's going to be our word for this entire 2022 campaign for the Panthers. It appears that the Cardinals was lined up as if they was going to punt, and they decided to run up the middle at the very last minute. But the linebacker, Keyshawn Johnson, was able to sniff that one out. The ball's now going to be close at the 37-yard line of the Panthers. Conley back to pass. He steps into the pocket, and he has a man, but that pass is going to be incomplete. As he was looking for the running back, Jason Stewart, he wasn't able to hook up with him on that play. He threw it at the last minute. Conley was being pressured. That's going to bring us 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers haven't completed a pass yet so far here in this first quarter. If that allows incompletion, we'll stop the clock at 9:50. Panthers on top, 7-0. It's time to hand off to Jason Stewart at the middle. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. He's brought down right at the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. As Conley looks for the sideline to get the call. This time the running back Ahmad Antoine will check in for Jason Stewart. The Panthers going to go with an empty backfield setup, a formation that they love to utilize on third down. Conley's got 4 receivers to his left and 1 to the right. He's barking at the line of scrimmage. And we do have a stoppage in the play. It's going to be a timeout on the field, charged against the Cardinals. With 9:12 to go here in the first quarter, Panthers on top of this one by the score of 7-0.
Today's game is brought to you by the Panther Backers, proudly serving student athletes since 1995. Scholarships and student support has been the main focal point of the Panther Backers. Through consistent support from former athletes, dedicated alumni, and fellow donors, the Panther Backers have provided scholarship funds for several young men and women athletes at Prairie University for the past 26 years. For more information on how to become a member, contact Dino Robinson at 713-417-2090. That number again, 713-417-2090. You can also visit their website at www.pantherbackers.org. The hill is where the heart is.
9:12 to go here in the first quarter. Panthers on top of this one by the score of 7-0. And now the Panthers are faced with a third down, Mike. We talked about this in our pregame show and how critical it's going to be for the Panthers to convert on third downs. They find themselves now on 3rd and 7 when the teams come back out to the field.
Yes, sir. A little bit longer than what you want, but it's still doable. So hopefully they'll get a chance to chalk up something big to keep the sticks moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A little bit longer than what you want, but still 37. It's still a manageable third down to pick up, and you have the offense that the Panthers have. But again, they haven't completed because we're still early in this ballgame. The Panthers haven't completed the pass so far. It's been all running games between Lamar and Antoine. Of course, the big run by Jaden Stewart on the previous drive, and then Trayvon Conley also scrambled for about a 12-yard run on that previous drive as well. That sent the Panthers up for another first down, and then that run to follow by Jaden Stewart. With no passes have been completed so far, but the still third and what would be considered a manageable 3rd and 7. Ball will be placed at their own 41-yard line when teams return, Mike.
Yes, sir. And you want to be able to get it, like you say here. But I'm wondering, with this game really being a potential statement game for TV, if it's close enough, do they go for it, or if it's 4th, 1 or 2?
If you're we'll have to see what they decide to do. But hopefully, if they get the third down, we won't have to worry about 4th down.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's get a 3rd and 8, and then let's just get a fresh set of downs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, the Panthers are going to go with a quarterback sneak, a quarterback draw, if you will, with Trayvon Conley. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, did not get nearly enough for a first down, and the punting units will come out to the field.
Kind of unusual call to me. No.
Yes. Conley had 4 receivers left and 1 to the right. They went with a QB draw. Usually something they would normally do when it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, and so on and so forth, but usually not 3rd and 7. Kind of interesting there, but nonetheless, punting units are back onto the field. DeMarco Roberts is back to receive this one for the Cardinals, and it takes a slight Cardinal bounce. Ball will go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line of the Cardinals. So that's where the Cardinals are going to set up shop here in the first quarter. For their second drive of the first quarter, to be exact, they find themselves trailing this one by the score of 7-0 with 8:23 remaining. One of the things that we also noticed in that opening drive by the Cardinals, kind of mixing things up through the air and on the ground, if you will. They kind of mixing things up as far as passing. They also ran the ball definitely well so far. The Panthers were able to stop them on 4th down, check that 4th down, as they were well within Panther territory. And they're going to try here again for this opening drive. Their second drive here in the first quarter. As Chandler's going to have 3 receivers left and 2 to the right. As it looks like we have a slight stoppage in the play. So the lower game charge against the Cardinals going to back them up 5 yards. So instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 15. Ball plays at their own 29-yard line. Cardinals moving right to left. Empty backfield for the Cardinals. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right for Chandler. As Chandler back to pass. He has a man. That pass is going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down right at the 40-yard line. So they get those 5 yards back and then some. Positive game for the Cardinals. Ball's now placed at their own 40-yard line. So to bring up 2nd and 5. As Chandler looks to the sideline to get the call. Cardinals now lined up in the pistol formation. One receiver on each side. He's going to hand this off, but he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that play. You can credit that to the defensive tackle, Dante Carter, for plugging the gap on that last play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals.
Apply some pressure right now. Keep making a statement.
Oh. Apply some pressure as the Cardinals will have this one at their own 39-yard line. 2 receivers on each side for Chandler. Chandler got the pass. He's being pressured. He's going to step it up himself. He's showing a couple of defenders. And then he's finally going to be near the first down marker. It's going to be very close, depending on where they spot this one. As Keyshawn Johnson was able to make the stop for the Panthers. And it's going to be very close. They're not bringing the chain game out there. They're going to give it the first down.
Home cooking spot. Home cooking spot.
Home cooking spot. Yeah. A spot forward for the home team. So it looks like they're going to review this one, Mike. As I mentioned, that spot was very close, all dependent on yes, sir. Now, the word on the field was there for first down, but this play is under further review.
But it's got to be enough to clearly state that it's going to either stand or be placed back a little bit further. But meanwhile, if that's being the case, Lamar is probably going to go for it anyway. You're 0-6. What do you have to lose?
You're 0-6, and on top of that, you're also at home. And again, 4th and inches is much more manageable, even if you're on your side of the ball. 4th and inches is a lot easier to manage as opposed to 4th and 5, 4th and 6. They went for it on 4th down on the previous drive, although they were at the Panthers' 35-yard line. They still went for it on 4th and about 5 or 6 to be exact. In this particular case, if the ruling on the field gets overturned and it's 4th down, don't be surprised if they send the offense back out there to try to go with a quarterback speed. This quarterback, Mike Chandler, has shown that he has a set of wheels on him, Mike. So even if it's 4th and inches, don't be surprised if they try to line up with a quarterback sneak with Mike Chandler to get the first down for the Cardinals.
Well, of course, Coach Bubba McDowell was stating how athletic and rangy this kid was, and he's been showing that thus far in this game. So if you do, you got to finish.
All right. So it looks like the referee Mike was trying to come in. Not sure what happened there.
Right.
It appears that they may still be reviewing this one. Just now tuning in, the Panthers on top of this one, so far by the score of 7-0. There's been 2 drives for the Panthers so far offensively. The Cardinals are on their 2nd drive here in this first quarter with 6:27 remaining. And while we still have a little break, Mike, we want to take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors for making today's broadcast possible. The Prairie Athletic Club, the Panther Backers, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, Teague's Barbecue, and A-Rocket Movers and Stores. We want to thank you guys so much for making today's broadcast possible, as we've been serving the community since 2002, and we are the voice of student athletics. As the teams that come back out onto the field wasn't able to make out the referee, Mike, but check that. So he just made an announcement, so it looks like the play on the field has been overturned, and it will be 4th and 1 for the Cardinals. The Cardinals offense come back down to the field. They're going to line up under the center, and they're going to push Mike Chandler forward, and he will have enough for a Cardinals first down.
Yeah, at least he earned it. You know, I don't want that home cooking stuff
now. well, it is a home game, so don't be surprised when you may see something like that later on this ball game, Mike. But if you're the Panthers and you're doing what you're supposed to do, it should not come to that, and it should not matter. But nonetheless, yes, sir. Ball's now placed at their own 46-yard line. Cardinals moving right to left. It will be 1st and 10. They'll line up in I formation. They're going to go with a jet sweep to the left side, and this one is going to be stuffed well in the backfield by number 2, Jesse Evans, the linebacker for the Panthers. Huge loss on that play for the Cardinals, as they're now backed up at their own 37-yard line. They have to get to the 44-yard line of the Panthers for a first down.
Yes, sir. Keep applying pressure. I'm not going to be satisfied. Finish.
Panthers defense, yes, sir. Panthers defense looking strong here so far in this first quarter. If the backfield set up for the Cardinals, they're going to go with a quarterback draw with Mike Chandler. He's going to be brought down at their own 45-yard line. Solid pickup on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 12 for the Cardinals. As the Cardinals kind of lined up with an empty backfield setup, Mike Chandler was able to take this one up the middle for a solid gain. 3rd and 12 coming up. Ball placed at their own 44-yard line. Cardinals moving right to left. 2 to the right and 1 to the left for Chandler. And Chandler back to pass. He's going to air this one long downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Jemias Presley on the coverage for the Panthers, as Mike Chandler was trying to hook up with Devon Ray on that play. Just kind of overshot him, if you will. With great coverage there by Jemias Presley. We talked about this guy all season long. One of the premier defensive backs for the Panthers has come up big so far in the 2022 campaign. He applies great coverage on that play, and that will bring up 4th down for the Cardinals.
All right. Now let's get the offense rolling.
Yes, sir. Check that. Xavier Johnson back to receive this one for the Panthers. He's lined up at their own 10-yard line. As he's just going to wave this one off. And looks like they're going to officially spot this one at the 6-yard line of the Panthers. So this would be a 94-yard drive for the Panthers, and we're going to start this one at their own 6-yard line, moving left to right.
Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Got to start somewhere. The Panthers have driven the length of the field several times in the 2022 campaign, so they definitely have the tools to get the job done. As Conley's going to have one receiver on each side, and he's going to be accompanied by Jake Stewart. He's going to take it to Jake Stewart, and he's going to run it himself on the right side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds past the 10-yard line. Got a 6-yard gain on the play by the quarterback, Trajan Conley. It appears that they were trying to go with a play-action fake. It appears that Trajan Conley wasn't even attempting the pass, and he just took that downfield on the right side. 6 yards. No complaint here. This time the handoff to Connor Wysham, who checks in for Jake Stewart, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing going on that play.
Conley say, "I'll do it, boss."
Now Jake Stewart checks back in the game for Connor Wysham. He's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. There's a 3rd down opportunity, but definitely a 30 manageable for the Panthers. Thomas at the pass. He has a man. That pass is going to be incomplete. Solid coverage there on the play by the Cardinals. As Conley was trying to hook up with Ty Hogan on that play on the slant route, if you will. With solid coverage by the Cardinals, and it will bring up 4th down for the Panthers. And we don't have any official stats in front of us so far here in this first quarter, but I haven't counted a completed pass as of yet for the Panthers so far here through this first quarter. as we have 3:35 remaining to be exact.
Well, they've thrown it 4 times, Andre, but to no avail.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he's going to fair catch this one right at midfield. Number 7, Savon Ray of the Cardinals. And they're going to set up shop right at their own 49-yard line. So 3 down for the Panthers. They did start the ball at their own 6-yard line. 2 runs on first and second down. One by Curzon Conley and the freshman running back Connor Weisham. The Panthers found themselves in about 3rd and 4. Attempted to pass to Ty Foden, but wasn't able to complete that one. And now the Cardinals are ready to start this next drive here in the first quarter with 3:28 remaining. They find themselves trailing 7-0. Ball close at their own 49-yard line. As it looks like we do have a slight stoppage in the play.
While we got a stoppage, Dre, we can give you some quick scores, sir. Mississippi
Yes, sir.
Valley.
It's a timeout. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You're good. It's an official timeout on the play. So you're good to go.
Okay, with 13:40 remaining in the first quarter, Mississippi Valley is on top of Bethune-Cookman by the score of 7-0. As South State have 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter, they are on top of Campbell by the score of 15-7. And in Lawman, Mississippi, with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Texas Southern on top of Alcorn, 24-20.
And you know, Mike, and we talked about so far here in the 2022 season, how things are lined up in the Southwest Athletic Conference. You have the East Division, you have the West Division, of course. The best of the East will face the best of the West in the SWAC championship game. But we talked about controlling your destiny and just beating the team that's in front of you and trying not to put yourself in a position where even though you have to continue to win out games, you also have to rely on another team to lose in order for you to reach your destiny.
Yes, sir. Play the game in front of you and take care of the business that you can handle. You control your own destiny. I had one other story, and I'm sorry, Andre. Southern University leading Virginia Lynchburg 7-0 with 10:06 remaining in the first quarter.
Yes, sir. Thank you for those scores and updates, Dr. Mike Prince. Team will come back out into the field. The Cardinals are going to go with a run on first down. Demias Harris on the carry for the Cardinals gains about 3 yards on the play, and the bring up 2nd and 7. Cardinals moving right to left. Ball is now placed at the 47-yard line of the Panthers. 2 receivers on each side for Chandler. We got 2:50 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 7-0. As Chandler is a man in motion, they're going to go with a play action statement. He's going to throw this at the last minute. This one's going to be caught past the 40, past the 30, and he's going to be brought down right at the 25-yard line. Number 5, Jalen Dumais on the reception for the Cardinals. Picks up a nice, huge game as the Cardinals are in Panther territory now. As we have a penalty on the play, roughing the passer charge against Prairie A&M. Not what the doctors ordered. That's going to put the Cardinals well within Panther territory. Ball now placed inside the 20-yard line of the Panthers. They're going to officially mark this one at the 13-yard line to be exact. We talked about penalties in the 2022 campaign. The first penalty charge against the Panthers so far here in this ball game. As the Cardinals are going to have 1st and 10, they're going to hand off up the middle to Harris. And he's going to pick up solid yards on the play. 9 yards to be exact. As they're going to officially mark this one at the 5-yard line. Cardinals able to hurry up offense. 2 receivers on each side for Chandler. Another hand out the heels up the middle. He's trying to keep his legs moving. They're pushing the power forward. It looks like they're going to mark this one right at the goal line where the ball carrier went down.
Come on, defense.
Bookman, T-Roy, James, and company in on that last stop for the Panthers. As the Cardinals are knocking on the door here late in the first quarter with 2:03 to go. They'll bring up 2nd and 1. As it looks like they were reviewing the spot of the ball, and it appears they're going to give them the first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cardinals now. Ball placed at the 2-yard line of the Panthers. As Chandler lines up directly behind the center. He's going to go over the quarterback sneak. They push the power forward, and he will have enough for a Cardinals touchdown. So a costly penalty against the Panthers on this drive, so that the Cardinals were within Panther territory, and they're able to strike. They're able to strike here late in the first quarter. 7-6 our score with 1:51 remaining with the PAT to follow.
It's always those little things that can get you set back.
And it wasn't just any old penalty. This is a roughing the passer penalty. They put the ball well within Panther territory on that play, Mike.
Yes, sir.
As the snap is down. Yes, sir. And the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So we are all tied at 7 here. 1:51 to go here in the first quarter, as the Cardinals were able to capitalize on a roughing the passer penalty charge against the Panthers here late in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and come right back with more Panther football right here at the Yellow Mike Broadcast Network.
People often ask us, when will we develop an app? And I've been telling them all the time, we already have an app right at your fingertip. That app is 857-777-0000. Save this number on your favorites, put it on your speed dial, and every time there's a live broadcast, dial that number, 857-777-0000. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie, Texas.
And welcome back to Panther Football. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. As the Cardinals were able to tie this ball game up, Mike, 7-7 our score here with 1:51 remaining here late in the first quarter.
Yes, sir. And I'm not hitting panic just yet, but besides the opening drive with the big 55-yard touchdown run, Panthers have not come through and executed as they would need to, in particular on 3rd down on their past 2 drives.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely something that we're going to be looking for the Panthers, as Christian Moses is going to field this one at the 2-yard line, but he's going to be met immediately right at the 10-yard line. Not a whole lot doing on that return for the Panthers, as once again they're going to be set up well in their own territory. This will be a 90-yard drive, if you will. Ball is officially placed at the 10-yard line. Panthers moving left to right. As Conley's going to have 2 receivers on each side. This time he's going to be accompanied by Ahmad Antoine. As we have a slight stoppage on the field. So timeout charge against the Panthers. Should be the first timeout so far here in the first half. 7-7 our score here with 1:47 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll take another break and come right back with more Panther football right here at the Yellow Mike Broadcast Network.
Today's game is brought to you by A Rocket Movers and Storage, located at 3354 Yellowstone Boulevard, Houston, Texas. Be sure to contact James Woods at 713-545-0658. If you're looking for movers, a place to store your items, or if you need both, our good fellas at A-Rocket Movers and Storage can get you a 2-for-1. So head on down there now. That's A-Rocket Movers and Storage, and let them know that the Open Mic Broadcast Network sent you. Also, be sure to listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Mike Prince Show, dissecting Prairie View athletics and all news and updates surrounding the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And again, you can check out the show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind.
And welcome back to Panther football. As the Panthers go for the pass on first down, complete to Ty Holden. They go over the hurry-up offense, and this time they're going to hand off to the running back up the middle, and he's going to break for a huge gain past the 50, the 40, the 30. He's finally going to be brought down well within Panther territory. Ahmad Antoine with a huge break there for the Panthers. The ball is now placed inside the 10-yard line of the Cardinals. This time they go with a play-action fake. Conley's going to be looking to the left side. He's going to roll to the left inside the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, we do have a flag on the far side of the field.
Holding on the defense.
There is a flag on the far side of the field. So too many men on the field charge against the Cardinals. That penalty will be declined. It's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers.
Had 12 men, boss, and they still couldn't break it.
So the Panthers strike back on that drive with a huge break up the middle by Ahmad Antoine that was set up with the touchdown by Trayvon Conley. As that kick is going to be blocked by the Cardinals. Wow. So the extra point was blocked, and with that, our score remains 13-7 in favor of the Panthers with 1:06 to go here in the first quarter, Mike.
Yeah, stranger things have happened, but I'll take the 6. You can make it up with another score on their way to 35 with a 2-point conversion.
The Panthers are on their way to Dr. Mike Prince's request at the beginning of this game. Dr. Mike Prince wanted 35 points here in this ball game. And so far, the Panthers have 13 here in the first quarter with 1:06 remaining. Solid run on that play by Ahmad Antoine. There's been 2 breakups the middle so far here in this ball game. One by Jaden Stewart in the early part of the first quarter. He's got a 50-yard touchdown run. And then Ahmad Antoine breaks for about 60 yards down the left side, which set up the touchdown run by Trayvon Conley here late in the first quarter with 1:06 remaining. As the teams have made their way back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And first quarter and even second quarter performance has not been the Achilles heel for the Panthers. If you were listening to our pregame show, we talked about finishing all 4 quarters. The word finish is going to be our word for this entire 22, for the rest of the 2022 campaign, if you will, as we are going to be looking for the Panthers to play a complete 4 quarters. They haven't had any issues getting out the gate in the first and second quarter. It's the third and fourth quarter that we're going to be looking for as the Panthers pick this one off. And it's going to take a Prairie bounce, and he's going to pick this one up at the 5-yard line, but he breaks a few tackles, and he's going to get past the 20, brought down at about the 23-yard line. Number 2, Demaj Harris on the return for the Cardinals. As at first it appeared he was going to let it bounce in the back of the end zone, but he decided to pick it up at the last minute after on 2-yard line, and he brings it out to the 23-yard line of the Cardinals. So with 1:01 to go here in the first quarter, Cardinals trailing this one 13-7. Mike Chandler and company are back out into the field to try this next drive here late in the first quarter. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. And we're going to have 2 receivers Chandler. Back to pass, he goes to his left side, he looks for a man downfield, and he's going to be hit. And he finally gets rid of this one at the last minute. And he was hit as he was able to let that one go. He spread that to number 52, Shaheed Reed, on the quarterback, Harry. As he had pressure on Chandler, and Chandler was able to get rid of it at the last minute. That's going to bring that second team for the Cardinals. That incomplete pass does stop the clock with 49 seconds to go. Ball placed at their own 23-yard line. Cardinals moving right to left. 3 people to the left and 2 to the right for Chandler. Into back there setup. Chandler. Back pass. He's getting pressure. He steps into the pocket, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage by number 34, Warren Schenker. And he actually is going to lose a yard in that play, so that will be considered a sack by Warren Schenker. So check that. They restarted the ball, so that is saying he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So instead of 3rd and 11, it's going to be 3rd and 10. My, oh, my. 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals.
It's 3rd and 10. Keep applying pressure. Keep applying pressure.
Yes, sir. Ball placed at their own 23-yard line. 3 to the left and 1 to the right for Chandler. They're going to go with a swing pass to the running back to the left side. He's going to get past 25, brought down right at the 30-yard line. Tobias Presley on the stop for the Panthers, as Chandler was able to hook up with number 20, Major Bolden, the other running back for the Cardinals. As we have a timeout on the field, a media timeout, if you will. Check that. That play actually took us to the last minute, but that was the last play of the first quarter. Forgive me. So we got score 13-7 in favor of the Panthers. That last play did take us to the end of the first quarter here in Beaumont, Texas. The Panthers on top of this one by a score of 13-7. We'll take a quick break and come right back with more Panther football right here at the Ripple Mike Broadcast Network.
Don't forget, you can join the Temple of Refuge Ministries each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Dial 857-777-0000. The Temple of Refuge Ministries, building the kingdom, one soul at a time. We're taking a quick break in our broadcast coverage, but stay tuned, and we'll be sure to return with more action of Panther football right here at the Upper Lake Broadcast Network. Today's game is brought to you by the Prairie Athletic Club, who's been serving student athletes since 1986. And for more information on how to become a member, dial 936-857-5817. That number again is 936-857-5817. Are you looking for the best barbecue in the state of Texas? Head on down to Teague's Barbecue, located at 3307 Spring Stubner Road in Spring, Texas, at 832-246-8552. That number again is 832-246-8552. Former NFL player Matthew Teague is the founder of Teague's Barbecue, your one-stop shop for all your food and catering needs. They have served the Houston and surrounding areas since 1989. Let them know that the Upper Lake Broadcast Network sent you. Teague's Barbecue, a taste that will leave you satisfied.
And welcome back to Panther Football. Andrew Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. Panthers on top of this one so far by the score of 13-7. And before the teams are back out to the field, Mike, we do have some first quarter stats that we can go over. The rushing attack of the Panthers was exceptionally well in that first quarter. Ahmad Antoine already has 80 yards rushing here in this ball game. And Jaden Stewart has 70 yards rushing. And of course, that one touchdown that he had early in the first quarter. And then Trayvon Conley, 21 yards rushing on 4 carries. So well over 100 yards rushing already for the Panthers just through one quarter of play, Mike.
No doubt about it. And like we stated, Dre, that's what you want to see. 10 runs for the Panthers on 5 passes, 13 points. We almost there, Dre. 35 or bust, buddy. 35 or bust. I'm not backing down. I got a surprising score for you, Andre, if you're ready to hear it, man.
Let's hear it.
31. Alcorn, 20. With 12:34 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's why you have to always go out there and play the game. No matter who you're playing up against, you always have to play the game. Well, the teams that come back out to the field, it is fourth down. Yes, sir. It is fourth down for the Cardinals as Xavier Johnson is back to receive this punt for the Panthers. He's standing at their own 30-yard line. As this punt has some air under it, you might check that Xavier Johnson is going to fair catch this one right around the 40-yard line. They're officially going to mark this one at the 39-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will set up shop. Trayvon Conley and company back out into the field to start this opening drive of the second quarter. Conley went 1 for 4 passing in that first quarter for only 4 yards. 21 yards rushing so far here in this ball game. And he's going to hand this off to Jaden Stewart. Jaden Stewart breaks to the right side, shares a few defenders. He's passed for 30, passed for 20. He's still on the feet, and he's finally going to be brought down at the 10-yard line. My, oh, my. Jaden Stewart on a huge run for the Panthers to put themselves well within Cardinal territory. Ball plays at the 10-yard line. And then the handoff to Jaden Stewart, and he's going to spin off one defender, keeps his legs moving inside the 5, and he's going to be brought down right at the goal line. My goodness, Jaden Stewart running with some authority, if you will. Almost as if he has a chip on his shoulder.
Well, they all have blocks on their shoulders this week.
Yes, sir. And then the handoff to Jaden Stewart at the middle. This time nothing good. The Cardinals front line was anticipating it. He was met right at the line of scrimmage. Ball is placed right at the goal line. It's going to bring up second and goal for the Panthers. And this time Ahmad Antoine will check in for Jake Stewart here on second down. 13:58 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 13-7. As Ahmad Antoine is going to be lined up on the right side of Conley. A handoff to Ahmad Antoine, lowers his shoulders, and he will be in for a Panthers touchdown. So Ahmad Antoine was able to finish this one off, but we have to give credit to the running back, the other running back, Jaden Stewart, for setting that one up for Ahmad Antoine to cap this off and increase the Panthers' lead 19-7 here early in the second quarter with the PAT to follow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would have wanted my point back, but I understand. Go ahead and kick
it. Well, this extra point doesn't get blocked. It is good, and with that, the Panthers take a 19-7 lead here in the second quarter with 13:43 remaining. And we talk about the running backs, Mike, and we'll keep it right here. We talk about the running backs that this Panthers offense have. We talked about Jaden Stewart, and he just set up a huge run, 2 runs in a row to be exact on that drive to set up Ahmad Antoine for the 1-yard touchdown. And we talked about him, Ahmad Antoine, Connor Weisham, even Bernard Goodwater, who we haven't really seen get action so far here in this ball game, and even Christian Mosley. But what we also have to talk about and give credit to is the big guys. The offensive line for the Panthers playing exceptionally well so far here in this ball game, just creating holes, because these holes that these running backs are running through, they're wide open holes, Mike. These are gaping holes created by the linemen, and we have to give credit to those guys for creating those holes and letting guys like Ahmad Antoine and Jaden Stewart and company get their shine on here in this ball game.
Well, like we stated at the pregame, Andre, this has to be a statement game. It has to be. And you're supposed to be doing this right now and doing it all day. But guess what? We're still in the first half.
Yes, sir. And I don't know if we can hear it, but we got the sounds of the marching storm in the background. As Panther Nation is here to cheer on their beloved Prairie A&M University Panthers here in Beaumont, Texas. Panthers looking good so far here in this first half. On top of this one, 20-7. We got 13:43 to go here in the second quarter. First and second quarters have not been an issue for the Panthers so far here in the 2022 campaign. We just now tuned in. The Panthers did win the coin toss, and they decided to put their offense on the field first. So when we return for the third quarter, the Lamar Cardinals will have the ball to start the second half. As the teams are come back out into the field, the Panthers are ready to kick this one off. They're going to be kicking from right to left. And back for the Cardinals will be number 2, Demise Harris. As this kick is off, and Harris is going to let this one sail in the back of the end zone. Ball fish is going to be first at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals are going to be moving from left to right. As they find themselves trailing this one 20-7 with 13:43 to go here in the second quarter. As Mike Chandler trots out to the field, the quarterback for the Cardinals. And he's going to be accompanied by Kaylin Griffin, the running back. Chandler's going to have 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. And Griffin's going to be offset to his left. And Chandler's going to look right, throw right to the near sideline. That pass is going to be incomplete. As he was looking for Jalen Beaumont. In and out of his hands, if you will. He hit Beaumont right in the chest. And Beaumont wasn't able to haul that one in, so he's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. As Chandler looks to the sideline to get the call, he's going to have 2 receivers. Check that 1 receiver to the left and 2 to the right. As this time the Cardinals going to line up in the pistol formation. And up to the running back to the right side, and he's going to accelerate, goes through, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Kaylin Griffin on a solid run for the Cardinals, and he will have enough for a Cardinals first down. As the Cardinals went with a pistol look on 2nd down, Kaylin Griffin was able to pick up 10 yards for the Cardinals. Another handoff to Griffin. This time he's going to be met after gaining only about 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 now. Ball placed at their own 39-yard line. Cardinals moving left to right. Clock continues to run here. We got 12:55 to go here in the second quarter. 27 on score in favor of the Panthers. This time Chandler's going to have 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. He's going to bring it in. Back to pass. He goes to his left side. He has a man on the far left side of the field, but that's going to be incomplete. And he was trying to hook up with Major Beaumont, the other running back for the Cardinals. He was pressured on that play by Keyshawn Johnson. And with that, we will have 3rd down for the Cardinals.
What happened?
It was an incomplete pass. Mike Chandler was trying to hook up with Major Beaumont. He was pressured by Keyshawn Johnson, the linebacker. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. He's on each side. Chandler, back to pass. He's being pressed. He tries something to the pocket, and he's going to throw this one, but that pass is going to be incomplete, trying to hook up with Major Beaumont again. But this time he was pressured by Jesse Evans, the other linebacker. Jesse Evans came in on the blitz. Mike Chandler didn't see him coming. And with that, we will have 4th down.
What happened, we Andre?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said, what half are we in?
We're in the first half.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
We're in the second. Yes, sir. We're in the second quarter. We're in the second quarter.
I'm still waiting.
You're still waiting. We got time. Look, you wanted 35 as Xavier Johnson is going to field this one at the 20. He's going to be brought down right at about the 24-yard line. That's where the Panthers are going to set up shop here. And you wanted 35 for the Panthers. They're already at 20. So all they need is to score 15 more points between now and the end of the fourth quarter. And we're only in the second quarter with 12:26 to go. Trayvon Conley and company are back out onto the field to try to add more points for Dr. Mike Prince. Conley is going to go to his left side, and he has Jalen Howard. Jalen Howard spins out two defenders, and he's finally going to be brought down past the 41-yard line. It's going to be more than enough for a Panthers first down. The Richard Field, Jalen Howard finally coming alive here. Feel like we haven't called his name for about the past 2 weeks. He finally comes alive on the reception for the Panthers, picks up a huge game. As the Panthers are going to have first and 10 now, ball placed at their own 42-yard line. Panthers moving right to left. 3 receivers on the left and 1 to the right for Conley. Conley got back to pass, and he has Howard downfield, incomplete. And we do have a flag on the play. Yes, sir. There was some jersey holding on that play. And we do have some yellow lines that should be pass interference charged against the Cardinals.
But whether you realize it or not, Andre, that's actually a smart move, especially in college. It's not the point of foul. You get beat. I'd rather give up 15 than to give up 6. Heads-up play by the defensive back for the Cardinals.
Heads-up play. I will say this. Trayvon Conley did overshoot Jalen Howard on that play, so it wasn't a technical call, but to your point, you'd rather not take that chance if you're the cornerback, as Conley is going to hand this off to the freshman running back, Connor Wysham, and he puts up a solid game, a nice huge game for the Panthers, about a 20-yard run, if you will. Another huge first down for the Panthers, ball down plays at the 20-yard line of the Cardinals. Panthers moving right to left. Panthers go with a hurry-up offense. 1 receiver to the left and 2 to the right for Conley. And then a handoff to Connor Wysham up the middle. Another solid game for the freshman running back. About a 4-yard gain to be exact. 2nd and 6 coming up. Clock continues to run here. 11:05 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 20-7. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Conley. And Conley is going to take a pass in the back of the end zone. And that pass is going to be caught for a Panthers touchdown. Yes, sir. And we can credit that to number 17, Collier Ricks. Another wide receiver that Trayvon Conley likes to hook up for, usually on third down. If he hooks over him for a pass in the back of the end zone, as Collier Ricks is able to add points to the Panthers' already huge lead here in the second quarter, 26-7 to be exact, with the PAT to follow. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 27-7 our score in favor of the Panthers. Panthers looking strong here so far in the first half. We got 10:53 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and come right back with more Panther football right here on the Beaumont Mike Broadcast Network.
Today's game is brought to you by the Panther Backers, proudly serving student athletes since 1995. Scholarships and student support has been the main focal point of the Panther Backers. Through consistent support from former athletes, dedicated alumni, and fellow donors, the Panther Backers have provided scholarship funds for several young men and women athletes at Prairie University for the past 26 years. For more information on how to become a member, contact Dino Robinson at 713-417-2090. That number again, 713-417-2090. You can also visit their website at www.pantherbackers.org. The hill is where the heart is.
Panthers looking strong here in Beaumont, Texas. They're on top of this one by the score of 27-7 with 10:53 remaining here in the second quarter. What's been your assessment so far here in this ball game, Mike?
Well, right now, Andre, it's looking like it's supposed to look, and I'm not trying to sound arrogant, pompous, or anything like that. The Panthers ought to be playing mad, and they look like they're playing mad. They're executing.
They're like they're playing that.
Yeah. They need to stay like this for the rest of the season. But I need a defensive score today too. I feel
we need that defensive turnover, Mike. We talked about the defense, and honestly we talked about this defense and how exceptionally well they played all season long. And we've also talked about special teams. But one thing that definitely stood out for the Panther defense is defensive takeaways. We talked about it in the pregame show and how they're in the top half of the pack of the Southwestern Athletic Conference in terms of defensive takeaways so far here in the 2022 campaign. And to your point, so far, we haven't had a defensive turnover for about 2 weeks now and counting, including here in this game. And we still got about 2 quarters of change left to go. But to your point, yes, we want to see a defensive takeaway. I think a defensive takeaway here, the Panthers are up 27-7 if you're just now tuning in. But I think a defensive takeaway here will be that exclamation mark here in the first half that the Panthers are going to need to just really put that exclamation mark on this game, if you will.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But we got to finish the game. Finish the game.
Got to finish. Well, the Panthers are ready to kick this one off. Panthers kicking from right to left. As Lamar Harris is back to receive this one for the Cardinals. And this one is going to sail well within the back of the end zone. Harris won't have an opportunity to return this one. The ball is going to be placed at the 25-yard line of the Cardinals. Cardinals moving from left to right. And we talked about this defense of the Panthers so far here as Mike Chandler and company trots out to the field for the Cardinals. And we talked about the defense of the Panthers, Mike, and just how well they played so far. Even so far here in this ball game, in the second quarter specifically, looks like the Cardinals haven't been able to get anything doing. The defense has been coming up pretty big here so far here in this first half. Keyshawn Johnson has teamed up very big for the Panthers, has been in on some key tackles and key moments. So we'll see if the Panthers defense can get another stop here on this next drive.
Yes, sir. You know, the key so far has been third downs, though, Andre. Been third down.
Yes, sir. Key has definitely been third down. The Cardinals are going to go with a run to the left side, picks up about 60 yards on the play. And they're going to go with a hurry-up offense. Another handoff to the running back up the middle. He's going to be brought down, but not before getting the first down for the Cardinals. Number 2, Lamar Harris on the carry for the Cardinals. Warren Shanko on the stop for the Panthers. It will be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball plays at their own 37-yard line. Another handoff to Harris at the right side, and he's going to be brought down right at the first down marker. Picks up about 9 yards on the play. Kendon Jones on the stop for the Panthers. 2nd and 1 coming up now. We got 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Ball plays at the 45-yard line of the Cardinals. Cardinals moving left to right. And Lamar Harris up the right side, he's breaking defenders left and right, past the 40, and he's going to be brought down well within Panther territory. It's going to be another first down for the Cardinals. Ball plays at the 33-yard line. Jamias Presley was able to make the stop. If he wasn't able to make that one, Harris could be looking at Tater. Jamias Presley was able to bring down Harris, but not before getting another huge gain for the Cardinals. They're going to have 1st and 10. Ball plays at the 33-yard line of the Panthers. Cardinals moving left to right. This time Chandler will be under center. He sends a man in motion, a jet sweep to the right side, and he's not going to have a whole lot doing on that play. Picks up about 2 yards on the play. Keyshawn Johnson, once again, in there on the stop for the Panthers. 2nd and 9 coming up there. He's actually lost a couple of yards on that play. It appears that he may have gotten more than what it appears. He only picks up 1 yard on that play, so that will bring up 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Another handoff to Griffin this time. He's going to get past the 30. He's going to be brought down right at about the 27-yard line. And that will bring up 3rd down for the Cardinals. We talked about 3rd down and getting off the field for the Panthers defensively. That's been the game changer so far here in this ball game that Dr. Mike Prince has mentioned. They find themselves 3rd and 5. Ball plays at their own 20. They took that at the 26-yard line of the Panthers. 2 receivers on each side for Chandler. He says man in motion. And they're going to go with the option to the right side. He's going to keep it himself. Pass the 20, pass the 10. He's going to be brought down right at the 9-yard line. Mike Chandler on that nice run by for the Cardinals. They went with an option to the right side. Instead of pushing it, he keeps it himself, picks up a nice, huge gain. Ball down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Cardinals. A handoff to Griffin up the middle. He's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. Ball still remains at the 9-yard line of the Panthers. As the Cardinals are trying to knock on the door here, midway through the second quarter with 7:30 to go, and find themselves trailing by 20 points. 27 to score. 27-7 is our score in favor of the Panthers.
Think they got it in them, Drake?
We'll see. We'll see. As Chandler lines up under the center, he's going to hand off up the middle. He's going to get inside the 5-yard line. Not quite a touchdown. The number 24, R.J. Carver, on the carry this time for the Cardinals. He was able to break up the middle and get inside the 5-yard line. And we'll bring up third to go for the Cardinals. Ball will officially be placed at the 3-yard line of the Panthers. As Chandler looks to the sideline to get the call, he's going to have two receivers to his right. A handoff to Carver up the middle, and he will have enough for a Cardinals touchdown, but we do have a flag on the play on the near side of the field. R.J. Carver on the run by the Cardinals.
That was a holding, Andre.
Well, they're going to call all 5 charge against the defense. It will be declined. And it will remain a touchdown for the Cardinals. So 27-13 is now our score. The Phillies favor the Panthers. PAT to follow. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So the Cardinals were able to add more points here on that drive. They're still trailing 27-13. Check that, 27-14 with 6:33 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and come right back and more Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
We're taking a quick break of our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to listen to us live during our next broadcast coverage next Saturday, October 29th, as the Panthers return home for their homecoming game against Bethune-Cookman. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m., and we'll be coming at you with our pregame show at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you can't make it to the Hill for the game, you can catch all the live play-by-play coverage by dialing 857-777-0000. That number again, 857-777-0000. And it's only on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
And welcome back to Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Panthers still on top of this one by the score of 27-14 with 6:33 to go here in the second quarter. The Cardinals were able to add points on their previous drive, and it appears as if they had no problem doing it, Mike. That was my observation so far on that last drive by the Cardinals. Either through the air, but mainly on the ground. Not just the fact that they scored, but almost as if they were able to do it with ease, if you will.
Yeah, sometimes you have what we call brain freezes, and that particular series seemed like that may have been the case. But once again, we got plenty of ball left, and the Panthers, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. Scoring should not be that much of a challenge today.
No, sir. It should not be a challenge. It hasn't been a challenge for the Panthers so far. One of the things I'm going to be looking for, the Cardinals, if they get another opportunity here in this second quarter, offensively, to get back out there onto the field, I'm going to be looking for the defense to be able to make a stop in the running game. Specifically, Kalen Griffin on that last play. Talk about running with some authority, Mike. And we talked about Ahmad Antoine and even Jake Stewart and how much authority they're running the ball with. It appears as if Kalen Griffin, the running back for the Cardinals, is trying to match that same intensity rushing-wise for the Cardinals. Him alongside Jemias Harris, the other running back, was able to do that pretty successfully on that last drive. So defensively for the Panthers, I'm going to be looking to see them try to put a stop to that or at least minimize that on the next opportunity they get. As the Cardinals are ready to kick this one off, they're going to be kicking from left to right. As this kick is off, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. That should be a penalty. And it is, in fact, a penalty. So the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line of the Panthers. Excellent field position to start this next drive here in the second quarter with 6:33 to go.
Yes, sir. Panthers doing their thing. Got some interesting scores around the conference. We'll give you when you get a chance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As Trayvon Conley has been accompanied by Jaden Stewart and Bernard Goodwater. As Conley's going to attempt to pass to the left side. That pass is going to be caught by Chris Herron, the other quarterback who lines up at wide receiver from time to time. As Trayvon Conley was able to connect with Chris Herron for a huge gain down the field inside Cardinal territory to a first down. Ball is now placed at the 38-yard line. Panthers moving right to left. Two receivers to the right and one to the left for Conley. Bernard Goodwater and Jaden Stewart stays out there at the running back position for the Panthers. And we have a timeout on the field charging against Lamar with 6:10 to go here in the second quarter. And you were mentioning some scores and updates that you have for us, Mike?
Yes, sir. Well, Virginia Lynchburg is losing to Southern, no surprise. That score is 27-0 going into the second quarter. You have Mississippi Valley still holding on to a 7-0 lead over Bethune-Cookman. Game that is getting down. Well, let me give you this one first. Jackson State took care of Campbell by the score of 27-9. But don't look now. With 2 minutes and 22 seconds last reported in the fourth quarter. Texas Southern 34, Alcorn 20.
Wow. And with you say with 2:22 to go in the fourth quarter, is that correct?
Yes, sir. In the fourth quarter, yes, sir. You heard me, boss.
Unbelievable. Well, we'll have an opportunity to kind of dissect that and what that can look like for the Panthers. Of course, they still have to take care of business here in Beaumont, Texas against Lamar University. As the teams that come back out to the field will be first and 10 for the Panthers. Ball plays at the 38-yard line of the Cardinals. As Trayvon Conley is going to burst to the right side. This one defender, pass to 10, pass to 5. Call Nassar. It is a touchdown, Panthers. Trayvon Conley with the quarterback keeper for the Panthers. A 38-yard run, if you will, as the Panthers increase their lead here. Good way to go in the second quarter. 33-14 now our score in favor of the Panthers with the PAT to follow. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 34-14 now our score in favor of your Prairie University Panthers on top of Lamar University with 6:02 to go here in the second quarter. We'll just keep it right here. You are tuned in to Panther Football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. Panthers looking strong here so far in this ball game. They're just 1 point away from where Dr. Mike Prince wanted out of his Prairie University Panthers here in this game against Lamar University. Dr. Mike Prince wanted, if you just now tuning in and you didn't already know this, Dr. Mike Prince wanted the Panthers to put up at least 35 points against Lamar University here in this ball game. They're already at 34. We still got 6:02 to go here in the second quarter, along with 2 more of the quarters to follow. 34 points is where they're at, Mike.
They're trying to tease me, Andre, and they got to do what? No, this is still the first half. It's still the first half, right?
Yes, sir. It's for the second quarter. It's to be exact. We got 6:02 to go here in the second quarter.
Right. So what's the theme for the rest of the season?
Finish.
Yes, sir.
If you are the Panthers, you have to finish. I want to see them kind of broke it down here. They've only given up 14 points so far, although I didn't like the way that they gave up that touchdown or just on that last drive defensively for the Panthers. I do want to see them just broke it down just a little bit more. We'll wait till we get some halftime stats, but I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some nice positive yards that we're going to read off for Lamar University rushing-wise. Specifically on that last drive, they had no problem running the ball on that last drive, and the Panthers, of course, had to pay for it. So I'm looking to see the Panthers defensively kind of broke it down just a little bit more, but offensively, my, oh my, Trajan Conley on that 38-yard touchdown run on the right side shows some acceleration, shows some quickness. He spins off two defenders, looking strong. He, as well, along with Ahmad Antoine and Jake Stewart, running with some authority, if you will. I don't know if the coaches have been in their ears for the past 2 weeks, but my, oh my, the authority and the assertiveness that these guys are running with here in this ball game. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're running with a purpose today. They're tackling with a purpose. They're playing with a purpose. And you got to finish. We got to finish.
Got to finish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teams come back out to the field. The Panthers are ready to kick this one off, kicking from right to left. Demise Harris back to receive this one, but of course this kick will sail in the back of the end zone. And he will not have an opportunity to kick this one. The kicker, Luis Reyes, is not giving these Cardinals any opportunities to return these kicks so far here in this ball game. We talked about the kicker, Luis Reyes, but the leg that he has on him, he's kicking anywhere between 46 to 48-yard field goals here in the 2022 campaign, and he's just selling these kicks in the back of the end zone here in this ball game. As the ball stays at the 25-yard line, Cardinals moving left to right. He's got one receiver on each side. He's going to hand off to the running back at the left side. He's going to get past the first base defenders. He's going to be brought down right at the first down marker. It looks like he will have a chance for a Cardinals first down. At the 6, Clayton Griffin on the 11-yard carry for the Cardinals. It's going to be first and 10. Ball plays at the 136-yard line. Cardinals go with a hurry-up offense. Another handoff to Griffin, and he's going to be brought down after picking up another solid gain for the Cardinals. About a 6-yard pickup, if you will. Clayton Griffin looking strong, rushing the ball for the Cardinals. He picks up 6 yards in the play. He's got a 2nd and 4 for the Cardinals. Ball plays at the 41-yard line. They're going to see Griffin again on the left side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds near the first down marker. And it appears that he's going to have enough for another Cardinals first down. Ball now plays right at midfield. Clock will continue to run. We got 5:10 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers on top 34-14. It's been Clayton Griffin, all Clayton Griffin so far here on this drive for the Cardinals. As he picked up his second first down of this drive for the Cardinals. Ball plays at midfield. Cardinals moving left to right. As Chandler's under center, he sends a man in motion. Another handoff to the running back. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. This time this is the other running back, Demise Harris. Picks up some solid yards for the Cardinals. 3 yards to be exact. 2nd and 7 coming up. As they're now in Panther territory, ball plays at the 47-yard line. As Chandler's going to have 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. A handoff to the running back to the right side. He's going to get past the 45. He leaps over the defender, and he's going to be brought down right at the 40-yard line. R.J. Carver on a solid run for the Cardinals. It's going to be another first down for the Cardinals. Ball now placed at the 39-yard line of the Panthers. As we have a stoppage in the play, and looks like the Panthers are going to take a timeout, a much-needed timeout. Yes, sir. Timeout charge against the Panthers. Panthers going to try to talk this one over as the Cardinals are looking strong yet again here on this drive of the second quarter with 4:01 remaining. 34-14 on score in favor of the Panthers. We'll take a quick break and come right back for more Panther football right here at the Yellow Night Broadcast Network.
People often ask us, when will we develop an app? And I've been telling them all the time, we already have an app right at your fingertip. That app is 857-777-0000. Save this number on your favorites, put it on your speed dial, and every time there's a live broadcast, dial that number, 857-777-0000. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
4:01 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 34-14. First and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball placed at the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Cardinals moving left to right. 2 to the left and 1 to the right for Chandler. He's going to hand off to R.J. Carver on the left side, and he's going to be brought down right at the 35-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. No pass attempt on this drive for the Cardinals. It's been all run, mainly by Caleb Griffin, Demise Harris, and now the other running back, R.J. Carver, for the Cardinals picks up a solid gain on that play. Second and 6 coming up. And they're going to go with another run to R.J. Carver. This time, not a whole lot going on the play, as he was met right at the line of scrimmage. He throws that to Jesse Evans of the Panthers. Third down coming up for the Cardinals. Ball plays at the 34-yard line. Cardinals moving left to right. Chandler looks to the sideline to get the call. He's going to have 3 receivers to his right and 1 to the left. R.J. Carver lines up offset to his right. And now we have another timeout. This time charge against the Cardinals. It should be the third and final timeout of the first half. We'll keep it right here, Mike. Panthers on top of this one, 34-14. We do have 3rd and 5 coming up when the teams return. What's going to be the key for the Panthers? Of course, getting off the field, but what's going to be the key for the Panthers when the teams come back out to the field here on this drive?
Well, you don't want to get comfortable and contemplated, or complacent, I should have said, and let down. You got to keep the full throttle ahead. Open the thing up and finish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finish is also going to be the key. Getting the stops here on third down is also going to be the key. As I said before, not one single pass attempt by the Cardinals here on this drive. It's been all runs and all successful runs to be exact. As the teams have come back onto the field, ball placed at the 34-yard line of the Panthers, 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals. Option to the right side. Chandler's going to keep it himself, and the ball's going to be stripped. Fumble on the play, but it looks like it's recovered by the Panthers, but we do have a flag on the play. This flag was thrown before the ball was stripped. Maybe holding charge against the Cardinals. And this penalty is actually going to be charged against the Panthers.
See, those are the little things that got to keep working on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There was another costly penalty by the Panthers in that first quarter. It was a rushing and passer penalty that the Cardinals were able to capitalize on that same drive. Now we have here on this drive another penalty, costly penalty, if you will, charged against the Panthers. It's going to be a first down for the Cardinals. We weren't able to make out exactly what the penalty was. There was a 5-yard it was a 5-yard move up for the Cardinals, a 5-yard gain to be exact. And it was enough for a Cardinals first down. Ball now placed at the 29-yard line of the Panthers. We got 2:30 remaining and counting here in the second quarter. Here's the formation set up for the Cardinals. Cardinals going to have two receivers to the right and one to the left. R.J. Carver lines up right behind him. He's going to hand off to Carver. He's going to be brought down after gaining about 3 yards on the play. But check that was the other running back, Major Bodie, on the carry for the Cardinals. 3-yard pickup, 2nd-7. Ball now plays at the 27-yard line. Play action fake. Chandler's going to roll to his right side. He has a man on the near side of the field, and that pass is going to be complete. Here's a first down marker. Jalen Beaumont on the reception for the Cardinals. Not quite a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals. Ball placed right at the 20-yard line. On that last reception, Beaumont was able to go out of bounds, so that did stop the clock at 1:55 here in the second quarter. 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals. Chandler lines up on the center. He's going to hand off to R.J. Carver, but he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, and he will not have enough for a first down. Jesse Evans, along with number 11, Clemens Victorian, on the stop for the Panthers. He's actually going to lose a yard on the play. That's going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Cardinals. Offense will stay on the field. Ball placed at the 22-yard line. They're going to put it to R.J. Carver on the right side, and he's going to have more than enough for a first down. He's going to get past the 10, past the 5, and he's going to be brought down right at about the 3-yard line of the Panthers. That will be 1st and goal. So the Cardinals go for it on 4th and 2. As they were within Panther territory, a pitch to R.J. Carver on the right side, and he gets this one inside the 5-yard line of the Panthers. Ball plays at the 3-yard line to be exact. 1st and goal for the Cardinals. TC to the right for Chandler. This time he's going to hand this one off to Kalen Griffin up the middle, and he will have enough for a Cardinals touchdown.
Oh, boy. Now, I'm not trying to be overcritical, but you don't want to see your defense giving up plays like this, especially the way the offense is finally seeming like it's coming around. But they have Division I players too, so it's a matter of wheels and executing and stopping when you can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 34-20 now. Our score still in favor of the Panthers. The Cardinals were able to add more points on the scoreboard. The PAT to follow. We have 1:13 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers did get the ball to start this game, so they will have their defense out there in the field to start the 3rd quarter. As the snap is down, keep it up, and Ridley is good. 34-21 now. Our score still in favor of the Panthers, but the Cardinals offensively looking strong. 2 drives in a row, 34-21 our score in favor of the Panthers with 1:13 to follow. And we'll keep it right here, Mike. And offensively for the Cardinals, as I mentioned several times during that drive, not one single pass. Except that there was actually one pass. One pass finally attempted by the Cardinals late on that drive, but so far it was mainly runs on that drive by the Cardinals. Positive runs to be exact. The Panthers found themselves in several 3rd down opportunities and 1 4th and 2 opportunity, but they weren't able to capitalize on that drive. And we talk about the rushing attack of the Panthers and how many weapons that they have that can run the ball. I've been noticing here in this game that the Cardinals too have that same philosophy, that same method of having multiple running backs to get the job done. Kalen Griffin, Jemias Harris, R.J. Carter, and then even Major Bowden. R.J. Carter, and then even Major Bowden. So the Cardinals themselves have at least 4 running backs that can also get the job done that they've been utilizing so far here in this ball game. And so far it's been working out pretty well for them.
That's right, man. And another thing too, when you have a program that's struggling like they are, you want these games to get over with as quick as possible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want games like this to linger long. As the teams on the field, two teams on the field to kick this one off. Cardinals kicking from left to right. They're going to go with a quick kick. And he's going to throw catch this one right at the 36-yard line. Prairie Conley and company will start this one with solid field position. Ball placed at their own 36-yard line, moving right to left. PVC's on each side of Conley. Conley got the pass. He has a little bit of time. And he's going to roll to his right side. So looking for a man downfield. He's going to keep it in front, past the 40, past the 45, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds right at about the 47-yard line. As Trayvon Conley was being pressured as he was looking for Chris Herron down the field. One thing that Trayvon Conley is really good at is getting out of situations like that. And either throwing the ball away or keeping himself. He doesn't commit any turnovers. At least so far in the 2022 campaign. He's going to take another pass downfield. He's looking for Jamin Howard. Nothing doing. Incomplete. As he tried to fit that one in double coverage, if you will. He was trying to hook up with the redshirt senior Jamin Howard. That pass falls up incomplete. We will have second and 10 coming up for the Panthers. That last incompletion did stop the clock with 57 seconds to go. Ball placed at the 47-yard line. Panthers moving right to left. Thomas got back the pass. He's looking. He's being pressured, and this time he will not get away from the pressure. He's brought down in the backfield for a sack. The defensive end, Jamin Jackson, on the sack for the Cardinals. We do have a flag on the play. So face mask charge against the Cardinals. The Panthers took a huge break in that play as Trayvon Conley was sacked in the backfield, but it was a face mask penalty charge against the Cardinals, and it will be an automatic first down for the Panthers inside Cardinal territory. Ball now placed at the 37-yard line with 44 seconds to go here in the second quarter. On the right hand would be the running back to accompany Trayvon Conley. He's going to have two receivers on each side, and he's going to throw this to the far side of the field, and that pass is going to be caught near the first down marker as Conley was able to hook up with number 17, Talia Wicks, who already has one touchdown reception here in this ball game. He was able to hook up with Wicks for about a 7-yard pickup. If he do go out of bounds, they'll stop the clock with 31 seconds now. Ball now placed right at the 30-yard line. Connor got the pass. He has a man in the end zone, and that pass is going to be broken up at the last minute. Chris Herron had an opportunity to bring that one in, but excellent coverage by the Cardinals. Number 5, Damian Alexander, the cornerback for the Cardinals, coming up huge today. Now that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Panthers with 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Ball placed at the 30-yard line of the Cardinals. There was a fumble on the snap, and it looks like it may have been recovered by the Cardinals. Wow. Not what the doctors ordered. It's the Panther Nation. As the snap was down, Collins didn't even have an opportunity to get on it, as the Cardinals was able to jump on that one fairly quickly, and with that, they will have another opportunity here late in the second quarter with 18 seconds to go. Ball is going to be placed at their own 37-yard line. Wow.
Wow.
So if you're a Panther defense, you got 18 seconds to go. Definitely don't want to give up the big plays. Worst case scenario, if the Cardinals are able to get themselves in field goal range, that's better than giving up a touchdown. The ball stays at their own 37-yard line.
And watch out for the run, the way they've been running.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is something they're doing all game long so far, especially on that last drive. Only a quick to pass when they felt it deemed necessary. When we do have a stoppage on the play, it appears that the previous plays on the further review, the ruling on the field was a fumble, but it looks like that play will be under further review. While they're reviewing that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the ruling of more Panther football right here at the Other Mike Broadcast Network.
Hey, Panther fans, don't forget, following the conclusion of this game, you can join us for the 1876 After Party Post-Game Show. And you can do so by going to the website at obnradio.com. 15 minutes following the conclusion of our broadcast coverage, yours truly, Dr. Mike Prince, will break down the X's and O's and give us his overall assessment of today's game. So tell a friend to tell another friend to tell that friend to head on down to the 1876 post-game after party. And you can do so right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. We're taking a break in our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We want to remind all of our listeners that you can become a part of our broadcast coverage right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. To become a listening partner, all you have to do is visit our website at obnradio.com. If you've been thrilled with our broadcast coverage and all the exciting things we have coming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, your simple donations of just 17 cents a day will help support our programming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We've been serving the community through faith in athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletics. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie, Texas.
And welcome back to Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. So the ruling on the field stands, and Lamar will have the ball with 15 seconds to go. As it appears that they're not going to try to run a play, they're just going to take a knee. And with that, our first half has come to an end. Panthers on top of this one got a score of 34 to 21, Mike.
Yeah, we're going to take us about a 2-minute break, and we'll come back and break this thing down. 31. I'm 34.
34.
I it's okay. 34-21. That's still too close, but we got to finish. We'll talk about it on the backside.
Yes, sir. We'll talk about it on the backside. Panthers on top of this by a score of 34 to 21. We're at the halftime here in Beaumont, Texas. Panthers on top of this one, 34 to 21. We'll take a quick break and come back with our halftime report right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
We're taking a quick break of our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to listen to us live during our next broadcast coverage next Saturday, October 29th, as the Panthers return home for their homecoming game against Bethune-Cookman. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m., and we'll be coming at you with our pregame show at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you can't make it to the Hill for the game, you can catch all the live play-by-play coverage by dialing 857-777-0000. That number again, 857-777-0000. And it's only on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
And welcome back to Panther football. We're at the halftime here in Beaumont, Texas. Panthers on top of this one by a score of 34 to 21. We're going to let Dr. Mike Prince kind of take things over here for our halftime report. Dr. Mike Prince, are you there, sir?
I guess I am, Andre. I'm waiting on this second half. I'm excited, but not that excited. The key word again is what, my man? Finish.
It is finished. Yes, sir.
Finish. And if we can finish, we just might be all right today. But, Panthers, so far, so good. Doing what is to be expected with an opponent that's 0-6. Like I said, not taking anything from Lamar. But should we be that surprised at what's going on right now? Should we? Not at all.
No, we should. No, we definitely shouldn't. And we've never been surprised by the way the Panthers have played through the first two quarters in a football game, at least so far here in the 2022 campaign. Right? It's been the second half that's been a surprise to us, and not in a good way. So, not surprised. Defense kind of came up short there late in that second quarter. So we'll see if they can buckle down here to start this second half. But offensively, Panthers looking strong. They're looking crisp so far. So we'll see if they can keep this up through two more quarters of play.
Yes, sir. Well, as you take a break, sir, we'll go right into our halftime report. Halftime report is being brought to you by the Prairie View Athletic Club. They've been serving student athletes at Prairie View since 1986. And so be sure to give them a call at 936-857-5817, where you can go in and help represent that Panther love. The Panthers on top by the score of 34-21 here at the half. A lot of opportunities for the Panthers. As we say, we're excited, but can't get overexcited. We've been here before, and we got to see that the Panthers see this thing all the way through. And by them seeing it all the way through, we got to make sure that Andre got his mic down, so that everything is going, as they say, going to be okay. Panthers looking strong. If you were to summarize the first half of play, it would be big plays. Big plays have happened all day long. 55-yard TD runs, 40-yard, 60-yard runs, and the Panthers have been following through with execution, but leaving a lot on the table right now. But as we speak, the Panthers will get ready to come out in the second half, try to get some things taken care of, and hopefully come out in the winner's circle as they get ready for homecoming in 2022 style and get ready for the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Well, we got some scores that we need to share with you around the Southwestern Athletic Conference on this day of, they say, fall greatness with the football season at the halfway point of the season. And we got some doozies working up for you right now. We got a halftime score right now. Of course, Prairie View is 34-21 over the Lamar Cardinals. And in what some are going to call an upset, but we're proud to say that we called it here on our Pick'em Week, the Texas Southern Tigers go to Lorman, Mississippi on homecoming and defeat the Mighty Blow over the Alcorn State Braves by the score of 34-27. That is a final. 34-27 is the score for that one at the final. Texas Southern still in the thicket of things as far as the race for the Western Division, especially with that win that they had over the Southern Jaguars. In other action, we talked about the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. They are taking care of Mississippi Valley thus far by the score of 28-14. There is 13 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in that third quarter. So Bethune-Cookman, so far, so good, handling up on things in Itta Bena, Mississippi. Once again, that score is 38-14. And in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the Southern Jaguars are over Virginia Lynchburg by the score of 24-7, and that game is at the half. So with all that being said and all that being done, some news that has gone on throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference on this week. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff decided to part ways with the head football coach, Doc Gamble, as they relieved him of duties. The Golden Lions have been struggling, played a lot of inspirational ball of late, but they begin to win ball games. And right now, it is going to be the score. I'm sorry, not the score, but they're 0-5. They lost a close one to Alabama A&M on their last outing. But Doc Gamble has been relieved of his duties at University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And so with everything that's being said and done, they'll be looking for a new coach. We heard about the news of the week was the suspension of ball players at the expense of Prairie View and Southern University. It was 11 players suspended for Southern, 10 players suspended for Prairie View. And as a result, these young men had to miss today's competition. Now, I'm not going to continue to beat on this. We're just reporting the news. I think for the severity of the actions that were taken, there should have been some suspensions, I think, that count, i.e. a conference game. But that's neither here nor there. And possibly a fine of both of the head coaches. But we'll deal with that on another day. Panthers on the road, of course, at Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. Andre Davis on the play-by-play, giving us the action as the Panthers on top by the score of 34-21. Panthers will be on the defense when the second half continues, and it's a matter of if the Panthers can finish. The second half has been an Achilles heel for the Panthers thus far this season. I can't say young season because we're at the halfway point, and the Panthers in a momentum-building situation because they are still mathematically alive in the West, just as a plethora of teams are. But it is almost safe to say that with Alcorn losing today, it put them in a very, very challenging spot. And now it is up to the Panthers to take care of business because Texas Southern has life. Southern University is in the driver's seat. Southern's next opponent after Virginia Lynchburg is Jackson State. Prairie View has the phone cooking. Those are must-win games for both programs. And now it's a matter of can you rise in the big occasions? Can you make it count where it counts the most? And so the Panthers and the Jags won't have to get ready. That's why you say you cannot let that Jag game hover over you. It's over with. You'll see them in the 23 season. Right now, you still have the 22 season that remains, and you have in front of you another half of Lamar, followed by Bethune. After Bethune will be a huge game against Alcorn. After Alcorn, you got University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And, oh, by the way, you finished the season with Mississippi Valley, who happened to beat you at your home field last season. So there should be a lot of momentum for the Panthers, but it starts in this second half. They've got to light that fire, and they've got to keep it going. A couple of key penalties that stopped some capitalizing situations for the Panthers, but you got to overcome those as well and continue to finish the grind. Lamar, from observation, they're trying to get this thing over with as soon as possible. Prairie View has shown some dominance, but we'll have to continue to expand on that dominance. Don't look now. The basketball season is right amongst us. And with the new television rights agreement with the HBCU Go TV. They announced this week that they will have 36 Southwestern Athletic Conference basketball games, men and women's basketball doubleheaders, and it is truly, truly exciting to see and be a part of that. Of course, Prairie View, Texas Southern game will be featured on the HBCU Go. ESPN has, I believe, 4 or 5 games of the Southwestern Athletic Conference that was scheduled to be on their platform. So if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves me correctly, Prairie View will be featured 4 or 5 times on television between HBCU Go and ESPN. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. And truly, truly excited about the season that lies ahead. And guess what? We'll be bringing you some basketball games here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It's a joy to be able to partner up with Mr. Andre Davis as we give you this Panther coverage each and every week. Haven't missed a beat. And it's a labor of love, and we're truly, truly excited about that opportunity. You can help you become a part of that movement by visiting the website today and becoming a listening partner. All you have to do is go to obnradio.com. And by going to obnradio.com, there'll be a donation button in the open mic section. Simply click that donation. We're asking if you could commit to 17 cents a day. 17 cents a day will truly, truly make a difference. Some of you, I can hear you right now. My 17 cents is nothing. I'm going to do more than that. Then by all means, add to the party. This is what we're about. This is what we do. We are loving on our beloved Prairie View. We're loving on the community. And we're loving on the entire gamut of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Visit their website today, obnradio.com. We're going to take a quick break right now, and then when we come back, hopefully Mr. Davis will have some stats for us, and we can recapture the first half. Prairie View on top of the Lamar Cardinals by the score of 34-21. You're listening to the Halftime Report presented to you by the Prairie View Athletic Club and the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You guys keep it right where you got it. We'll be right back. Okay, I think we may have missed our point of reference on there, but that's okay. The show must go on. And speaking of the show
today's
going
game.
on,
so tell a friend to tell another friend to tell that friend to head on down to the 1876 post-game after party. And you can do so right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. We're taking a break in our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We want to remind all of our listeners that you can become a part of our broadcast coverage right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. To become a listening partner, all you have to do is visit our website at obnradio.com. If you've been thrilled with our broadcast coverage and all the exciting things we have coming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, your simple donations of just 17 cents a day will help support our programming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We've been serving the community through faith in athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletics. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
And welcome back to Panther Football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Andre Davis alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. We do apologize for that slight technical difficulties. Dr. Mike Prince, how you doing, sir?
yes, sir, I'm here, man. I'm just laughing at you, man. I'm just laughing at you.
Yes, sir.
My God.
Always. It would not be the same. Well, we got about 2:30 to go here before our third quarter starts here from Provost Humphrey Stadium by way of Lamar University. Panthers on top of this one, 34-21. We're getting ready to wrap up our halftime report. We do have some halftime stats that we can go over, Mike. Now, one of the things that, and I'll let you take it away, one of the things that definitely jump off the stat sheet here so far in that first half is the rushing attack by both squads. Now, Lamar University ended that first half with a total of 186, check that, 186 rushing yards collectively by four guys, Demarius Harris, Kalen Griffin, Jalen Dumais, and then Michael Chandler. And then we talked about how aggressively they were, especially late in that second quarter, but collectively as a unit, 186 rushing yards for Lamar University. Now, with that being said, that 186 was exceptionally well by Lamar University, but it is overshadowed by the rushing attack of the Panthers between Jaden Stewart, Ahmad Antoine, Connor Wysham, and then even Trayvon Conley. 308 total yards rushing on the ground by the Panthers collectively in that first half. Jaden Stewart already has 130 yards rushing. Of course, the one touchdown that he had in that first quarter, already 130 yards rushing just through 2 quarters of play. Ahmad Antoine with 81 yards rushing, of course, that one touchdown. And then even Trayvon Conley, 6 carries for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns here in this ball game. And then Connor Wysham with his contribution, a couple of carries for 27 yards here in this ball game, with 308 total yards by the Panthers on the ground in that first half, Mike.
Finish.
Finish him.
And I'm very impressed. So when we've been, here it's been about explosion plays all the first half. But once again, you can't get in there. Man, we crunked up. We're doing our thing. No, you got to finish. You got to go in.
Absolutely.
Giving up 8 yards on the ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if I'm head coach Bo McDowell, that would be my message to my guys in that first half. Hey, I need for us to play like we're down. We're up 34-21. I need for us to play like we have the 21, and Lamar has the 34. That needs to be that. Well, we hope that that would have been the message in that first half of the Panthers, so they can come out with some firepower here in the second half. You talked about penalties during the halftime report, Mike. 2 penalties for 19 total yards for the Panthers, in comparison to 3 penalties for 35 yards for Lamar University. However, the 2 penalties that the Panthers gave up in that first half, Lamar was able to capitalize on that same drive for a touchdown. They have 21 points showing on the scoreboard, but out of that 21, 14 of those points was due to some costly penalties that the Panthers gave up in that first half.
Yes, and you know what? As a result for that, I need a shutout in the second half. I need a shutout in the second half.
Need a shutout.
I need a shutout. Now, I'm still getting my 35 points, but, they owe me since they gave that. So I want 48. That's what I want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you're just down to the man. No, you're not being greedy. Not being greedy. It's a loser they can do. Well, if you're just now tuning in, the Panthers will receive to start this ball game. So the Cardinals will have the first possession to start this second half. As this kick says in the back of the end zone yet again, the Cardinals will not have an opportunity to return this one. Ball's going to place at their own 25-yard line. Cardinals will be moving from left to right. The quarterback, Mike Chandler, is going to have 2 receivers on each side. He's going to remain in motion. And he's going to throw to the right side. This time's going to be caught. He's going to shed a few defenders, and he's going to be brought down. After getting right back to the line of scrimmage, they went with a swing pass to the right side. He was able to get right back to the line of scrimmage, gaining no yards on the play. Jalen Dumais on the reception for the Cardinals. Ball placed at their own 25-yard line. We have a stoppage in the play. So timeout on the field, Chargers against Prairie again. Their first timeout here in the second half. They're on top of this by the score of 34-21. We got 14:28 to go here in the third quarter. And we'll keep it right here. We'll take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors and supporters for making today's broadcast possible. the Prairie Athletic Club, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, the Panther Backers, Teague's Barbecue, and A-Rocket Movers and Storage. Thank you for helping us and supporting us with our broadcast coverage throughout Waller County and beyond. As we mentioned before, we are the voice of student athletics, and we've been serving the community since 2002. And we also want to let all of our listeners know that if you would like to become a listening partner, you can do so by visiting the website at obnradio.com. Again, that's obnradio.com. Your simple donation is just 17 cents a day will help support our programming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. So just 17 cents a day, you will be able to help us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Head on down to the website. That's obnradio.com. Dr. Mike Prince, we got 14:28 to go here. It's early here in the third quarter. The Cardinals will have their opening drive. It'll be 2nd and 10 when the teams return. How critical defensively will this be for the Panthers here on this opening drive in the third quarter?
Extremely critical, Andre, because if the Cardinals fool around and score, you got a ball game again. Yes. You got to kill the hopes right now. I'm telling you, man, I'm not trying to sound like a madman or anything. You got to finish these guys, man.
You can't let them linger around, right?
No, it's too close right now, brother. It's too close. You got to play like your hair is on fire.
Well, passing-wise, nothing to speak about for both teams. Conley finished that first half he went 5 for 10 for 72 yards. Mike Chandler finished 5 for 10 for 38 yards. Not a whole lot passing-wise for either squad, but the rushing attack has been very critical for both teams as they've made their way back out onto the field. It will be 2nd and 11 for the Cardinals. Ball placed at the 24-yard line. Cardinals moving left to right. Mike Chandler's going to have 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. He sends the man in motion. He's going to hand out to the running back on the right side, but not a whole lot doing as he was met right at the line of scrimmage by Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson has been coming up big for the Panthers and some critical stops, and he gets another critical stop on that 2nd down, and it will bring up 3rd down for the Cardinals.
And this is another critical area, 3rd down.
Another critical area, 3rd down, 3rd and 10 to be exact. Ball placed at the 25-yard line. 13:50 to go here in the third quarter. As Chandler's going to have 3 receivers to his left and 1 to the right. He looks left, goes left, and a man that pass is caught, but not a whole lot doing on that play as he was brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Jesse Evans, the other linebacker, coming up with a huge stop for the Panthers, and with that, we have 4th down here on this opening drive of the third quarter.
That's what you want. Now you got to put the exclamation mark on the offensive first possession. If they punt this thing, let's get ready and continue to drive that throttle.
Yes, sir. As Xavier Johnson stands at their own 35-yard line, waiting to receive this punt. As the punt comes down, it takes a solid Cardinal bounce. It's still excellent field position. And this one is officially going to be spotted at the 37-yard line of the Panthers. So defensively, the Panthers get the job done on the opening drive. We talked about coming out with some authority and some assertiveness in the second half of play for the Panthers on both sides of the ball. Defense able to take care of business on the opening drive. Trayvon Conley and company tries down to the field to get things going here for their first drive of the third quarter. They're going to go with a play action fake. Conley rolls to his left side. He's past the 40, past the 45, and he's going to be brought down right at the first down marker at the 46-yard line. Got to pick up there by the quarterback, Trayvon Conley. Picks up 9 yards to be exact. They go to hurry up offense. Another handoff this time to Jaden Stewart. He blasts up the middle for a huge first down for the Panthers. A huge gain there by Jaden Stewart. The Panthers are now in Cardinal territory. Ball placed at the 49-yard line. Play action fake. Conley keeps himself right to the right side. He's going to get past the 40, brought down right at the 39-yard line. He'll be another first down for the Panthers. And yes, they will give it to him. Check that. They did give it to him. He earned it. Solid run there by Trayvon Conley. First and 10 now. Ball at the 39-yard line. That's it. With a hurry-up offense. Hand off to Jaden Stewart up the left side. He's going to get past the 35. Finally brought down at about the 33-yard line. 7-yard pickup there by Jaden Stewart. And the Panthers are on the move. 2nd and 3 coming up. Ball at the 33-yard line of the Cardinals. Panthers moving right to left. Tommy, play action phase. He has a man to the right side. That pass is going to be caught. Past the 30, past the 25. Brought down, but not before getting another first down for the Panthers. And you can credit that reception to number 89, Trevion Jones. Picks up a first down for the Panthers. Ball is now placed at the 22-yard line. Play action phase. Tommy has a man downfield, and the pass is going to be incomplete, but we do have a flag on the play. And this one should be pass interference. As Trayvon Conley is trying to hook up with Talia Rooks, who already has a touchdown reception so far here in this ball game. We do have a flag on the play.
I'll take the 15. Thank you very much.
And pass interference will be the indicated call, charge against the Cardinals. And with that, the Panthers will have first and goal inside the 10-yard line. Ball officially will be spotted at the 7-yard line of the Cardinals. Someone's going to have Amon Antoine and Bernard Goodwater to accompany him in the backfield. And Amon Antoine is going to take it to Goodwater, keep it himself, and he's going to cut up the middle, get inside the 5-yard line. And he's going to be brought down at about the 4-yard line. 11:15 to go here in the third quarter. Panthers looking strong on this opening drive of the third quarter as they're leading this one 34-21. 2nd and goal coming up. Amon Antoine, the sole running back in the backfield for the Panthers. And they're going to hand this off to Antoine, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that play. Solid stop there by the Cardinals. Number 21, Chuck Johnson, on the stop for the Cardinals. That will bring up 3rd and goal for the Panthers. Got to have points here on this opening drive. You're looking strong so far.
No field goals.
But no field goals, but take the points, though. We don't. Not to confuse. We want the 6, but we will take the 3. 3rd and goal coming up. And he's going to take it to Amon Antoine and keep it himself, and he will be in for a Panthers touchdown. Trayvon Conley with his 3rd touchdown here in this ball game. That with a read option to Amon Antoine, the entire defense was going for Antoine, and Trayvon Conley was able to sneak by untouched for a Panthers touchdown.
Well, that's what happens, Andre, when you have a plethora of backs who can run the ball and explode at any time. And Conley, with that read option, tucked it in, poured it out, and scooted on in for another Panthers touchdown.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the PAT is good. So the Panthers increase their lead here in Beaumont, Texas against Lamar University on top of this one by the score of 41-21 with 10:18 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Panther football. Panthers looking strong here on top of this one 41-21. You're listening to Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
People often ask us, when will we develop an app? And I've been telling them all the time, we already have an app right at your fingertip. That app is 857-777-0000. Save this number on your favorites, put it on your speed dial, and every time there's a live broadcast, dial that number, 857-777-0000. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
Panthers looking strong here. On top of this one, 41-21. We have 10:18 to go here in the third quarter, and we talked about the rushing attack, Mike. It's something that we've been harping on so far this season, but it's kind of hard not to with how successful these guys have been so far in the 2022 campaign. And yet again, on that play, or on that last drive, if you will, Ahmad Antoine and Trayvon Conley getting the job done. Trayvon Conley to cap things off with a 4-yard touchdown run, his third touchdown here in this ball game. Looking sharp so far.
Yes, sir. Panthers with 27 running plays out of 41 opportunities. So they're cranking it up, man. And they're getting that engine that would.
The little engine that could and the little engine that is. and to that point, Mike, in terms of, just how many rushing plays that the Panthers have so far here in this ball game, and we talked about the first half and how successful they were in the first half, all running backs so far here in this ball game have more than 10 yards per carry here in this ball game. Jaden Stewart in that first half, yes, sir.
I said those are Madden numbers.
Jaden Stewart is averaging 18.6 yards per carry. Ahmad Antoine, 27 yards. Trayvon Conley, 11.7, and Connor Whiteham, 13.5 yards per carry. So far through 2 quarters of play. And we got 10-18 to go here in the third quarter.
That's impressive. But guess what? Got to finish.
I already knew he was going. Maybe that's what we have to do. We just have to continue to say the word finish throughout the course of the game. You just got to continue edging it on. That's what we have to do.
That's my assignment, sir. I'll be on it, boss. I'll be on it.
All good. Let's come back down to the field. Panthers will be taking this one from right to left as Major Bowden is back to receive this one for the Cardinals. And as always, we'll kick this one in the back of the end zone. Major Bowden will not have an opportunity to return this one as the Cardinals will start their next possession, their second possession, if you will, of this third quarter at their own 25-yard line. Essentially, the Panthers came up big on that first drive to get those teams off the field, and the Cardinals will have their second drive here with ball placed at their own 25-yard line. And Chandler's going to have 2 receivers to his left and 1 to the right. And Griffin's going to be lined up directly behind him there in the pistol formation. He's going to hand that to Griffin. Griffin's going to run up the left side. He's going to set up 2 defenders, 2 on his feet, pass for 40. And he's going to be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A huge gain and a first down for the Cardinals. Taylor Griffin, he's 5'10", 215 pounds, and all 215 pounds of him we just saw in that last play. As they hand it off to Griffin again, this time only 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 8.
If I'm the Panthers, I'm going to force their wheel right about now. And I'm going to take away the run and dare you to beat me by throwing.
Yes, sir. We'll see the Panthers can do that as the Cardinals don't even appear to be trying to attempt the pass. But here in this ball game so far, and especially here now in the third quarter, as Chandler attempts a pass, that pass is going to be incomplete as he was trying to hook up with Devion Ray, just in and out of his hands. You've seen a lot of drop balls here in this ball game for Lamar University, and another incomplete pass due to a drop ball on that last play.
Yes, sir. Maybe that's why they run it. They know something we don't know.
Maybe. That could be possible. With that last incompletion, we'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 8 to be exact. Ball placed at the 47-yard line. Cardinals moving left to right. Chandler, he's a man in motion. He hands it out to the right back of the middle, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Won't have nearly enough for the first down. And we can credit that to number 72, Emmanuel Veal, for breaking through and stopping things for the Panthers. And with that, we will have 4th down. So 2 drives in a row. Defensively, the Panthers have been able to get off the field on 3rd down. They were able to force a 4th down on the opening drive, and same going here on the second drive. But the Cardinals will stay out there on the field offensively. They're going to go for it. As Chandler drops back the pass, there's a man on the left side, but that pass is going to be incomplete. And we will have a turnover on downs as he was looking for Jalen Beaumont on the far left side of the field. And Beaumont was not able to haul that one in. Another drop pass by the receiving core of the Cardinals.
Yes, sir. But guess what, Andre? This is where you put the game out of reach. On this
Put
drive.
the game out of reach.
Yes,
Good for the Panthers. Panthers have the ball now at the 49-yard line of the Cardinals. Panthers moving right to left. Two receivers on each side for Conley. Conley got the pass. He looks like goes right. He has a man. That pass is complete. And he's going to be brought down near the 40-yard line. They'll have quite enough for a first down. But a completed pass to number 18, Christopher Simmons. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. We do have an injury timeout on the field. And we have an injured Cardinal that was a part of that last play. The injured Cardinal is down. So we do have an injury timeout. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Panther football. It'll be second and 2 when the Panthers return right here at the Beaumont Broadcast Network.
Join us each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, for a word of encouragement from the Temple of Refuge Ministries. Simply dial 857-777-0000. Building the kingdom, one soul at a time. Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie, Texas.
Don't forget, you can join the Temple of Refuge Ministries each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Dial 857-777-0000. The Temple of Refuge Ministries, building the kingdom, one soul at a time. We're taking a quick break in our broadcast coverage, but stay tuned and we'll be sure to return with more action of Panther football right here at the Beaumont Broadcast Network. Today's game is brought to you by the Prairie Athletic Club, who's been serving student athletes since 1986. And for more information on how to become a member, dial 936-857-5817. The number again is 936-857-5817. While we have a quick break in the action, we want to thank all of our sponsors and supporters for making today's broadcast possible. The Prairie Athletic Club, the Panther Backers, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Teague's Barbecue, and A Rocket Movers and Storage. Thank you for your continued support of our broadcast coverage throughout Waller County and beyond. The station designed with you in mind, the Beaumont Broadcast Network, Prairie, Texas.
41-21 our score here from Prairie Country Stadium by way of Lamar University in favor of the Panthers. We have 8:11 to go here in the third quarter. It appears that injured Cardinal was able to walk off on his own terms. So that's always a good sign. As the teams that come back out onto the field, the Panthers have the ball here, moving right to left. It will be 2nd and 2. Ball plays at the 40-yard line of the Cardinals. As Conley's going to have two receivers to his left and one to the right. Except that two to the right. Connor Weisham will be the running back to accompany Conley. He's going to be offset to Conley's left. Conley barks at the line of scrimmage. Conley drops at the pass. He looks like goes right. That pass will be incomplete. As he's trying to hook up with Kevin Spiller. Nothing doing on that play. 3rd and 1 now coming up to the Panthers. Ball plays at the 40-yard line. And it's even right to left. CBC's on each side for Conley. Conley. Looks like goes right. He has a man. That pass is going to be complete. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets another Panthers first down. Chris Herron on the reception for the Panthers, as he picks up just enough for a Panthers' 1st down. Ball's now placed at the 35-yard line. Conley. Back to pass. He looks left. He's rolling. And he has a man. That pass going to be complete. Gains of about 3 yards on the play. Chris Herron on the reception for the Panthers. As Conley was able to roll out the pocket, he was being pressured. He was able to get it off at the last minute. And Chris Herron able to pick up 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7. Panthers go with a quick hurry-up offense. He's going to go to his right side. Pass is caught yet again. And it's going to be enough for another Panthers first down. Chris Herron on the reception again for the Panthers. 3 catches in a row and 2 first downs for the Panthers.
Yeah, I said hadn't called his name much, but consecutive plays, consecutive first downs.
Consecutive plays, consecutive first down. Chris Herron, the other quarterback for the Panthers, coming up big through the air as Conley drops the pass. There's a man in the back of the end zone. That's going to be caught for a Panthers touchdown. Number 87, Kobe Washington, on the touchdown reception for the Panthers.
Nice setup. It's completely opposite. No runs, all passing appears. And this is what you do. You go for it on 4th down. You fail, I make you pay.
Talk about mixing things up. Head coach Bubba McDowell doing a very, very great job here in the second half, not becoming predictable. We all know about the rushing attack of the Panthers, which one would consider if you rush for 308 yards in that first half, keep the flow going. Head coach Bubba McDowell mixing things up offensively, go with pass, and more pass, capped off with a touchdown pass by Kobe Washington from Trayvon Conley. The Panthers go with 48-21 here in the third quarter with 7:05 remaining, Mike.
Well, there's a hidden message, Andre, that's going on. It's called sportsmanship. If you continue to want to go for it, then I have no opportunity or obligation but to score every chance I get. You want to civilize the game, start punting. Kick the ball.
Yes, sir. Teams that come back out onto the field. Panthers are ready to kick this one off, looking strong here at President Humphrey Stadium. 38-21, our score in favor of the Panthers. And back to receive this one will be Major Bowden. If he has an opportunity to receive it, he hasn't had it so far here in this ball game, and he won't get an opportunity yet again. As Lewis Royal throws this one far in the back of the end zone. Cardinals will set up shop at their own 25-yard line. And we talk about sportsmanship, Mike. You know, how critical is it? You know, at the same time, you know, you don't want to show sportsmanship, that's fine, but at the same time as you're the Panthers, I don't want to give you an opportunity to even make you think that you have an opportunity to stay in this ball game. So I'm very happy with the way they've done things offensively so far, especially mixing things up on that last drive. As the Cardinals will go with a run to Khalid Griffin, Talon Griffin on that play, but nothing doing. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. He's actually going to lose 2 yards on that play.
Well, you know, back to your statement, Andre, this is college football. Oh, yeah, this is college football. And
yes,
anything that happens in college football, that's why you got to do what? Finish.
That's why you got to finish. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Cardinals. Ball plays at the 23-yard line. Chandler looks left, goes left. He has a man. That pass will be complete. He's able to get those 2 yards back that was lost. And we'll bring up 3rd and about 9. As number 3, Jeremy Davis on the reception for the Cardinals. 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball plays at the 27-yard line. Cardinals moving left to right. We got 6:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Panthers looking strong. On top of this, by the score of 48-21. Panthers going to have 2 receivers to his left and 2 to the right. R.J. Carver is going to be offset to his right. Chandler got back the pass. He's looking. He has all day. He's just going to Started running himself. He finds going to throw this one at the last minute. And they're going to say this one was complete. But check that, incomplete. He was not able to get the 1 foot inbounds. If it's college football, you only need 1 foot inbounds for a completed pass, but he was not able to get the 1 foot inbounds. And with that, we do have 4th down coming up. And the punting units will come out to the field. Xavier Johnson is back to the field distance for the Panthers. He's going to be standing at their own 34-yard line. Eventually, the Panthers come up big yet again on 3rd down, getting off the field. As this punt has some air under it, it's finally going to come down at about the 45-yard line. The Panthers looking strong offensively and defensively so far here in the second half. We still got 5:31 to go, and we still have another quarter to play. But if you're Panther Nation, you have to be pleased with the way that the Panthers have come out strong here in the second half.
They've come out strong off the bye week, off the disappointing loss against Southern, and you go in here with a team who's on paper in the light of your conference level play, but they're down this year. And as we said at the pregame show, you got to keep treating them like they're down.
Have to keep treating them like they're down. As Trayvon Conley is going to go with a swing pass that Dr. Mike Prince loves so much to Kobe Washington, who just had a touchdown reception. Kobe Washington will lose yards on that play, so they went with a swing pass, but in the wrong direction. And he actually lost 5 yards to be exact, the home run place at the 40-yard line. And a handoff to Bernard Goodwater, and he's going to get those yards back in good time. The veteran running back Bernard Goodwater finally getting some action here in the second half. It's been all about Antoine, Jake Stewart, and even Connor Washington. If Bernard Goodwater gets some action here, picks up solid yards. As we do have a slight stoppage on the field. Could have been some illegal motion for the Panthers. So it will be false start, charge against the Panthers. So those 5 yards that Bernard Goodwater was able to pick up, they just lost. We talked about penalties for the Panthers. A false start penalty on that play, and with that, we will have 3rd down, 3rd and 13 to be exact. As Conley is going to throw this to the right side to Bernard Goodwater. He's going to gain some positive yards. He won't have enough for a 1st down. And with that, they will bring up 4th down. The punting units have come out to the field. So costly penalties would have really been 3rd and about 8. Ends up being 3rd and 13 for the Panthers due to a false start penalty. Now, you mentioned before, there's not a whole lot of plays designed for 3rd and long. As the Panthers were not able to capitalize. They took that convert, if you will, on 3rd down. As this punt is off, and he's going to let this one bounce, and it's going to bounce inside the 20-yard line. He gets on it at the last minute. At the 7-yard range, will be brought down right at about the 15-yard line. So you got 3:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 48-21. As Mike Chandler trots out to the field, try to wheel his Cardinals back here in the 3rd quarter. He's going to have 2 receivers to his right and 2 to the left. And Taylor Griffin is going to be offset to his right. He's going to bang in motion and hands off to Taylor Griffin. He's going to plow his way through the middle, past the 30, past the 40, and he's going to be brought down right at about the 45-yard line. Another huge gain in the 1st down for the Cardinals. Taylor Griffin, a huge run on that play. And the Cardinals on the move. Ball plays at the 45-yard line. Cardinals moving left to right. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Chandler. On the handoff, this time he's going to fake it to Griffin, keeping himself, and he's going to put up the middle. He's going to get past 6 here, brought down near the 45-yard line. We're going to officially mark this one at the 46, about a 9-yard pickup there by Mike Chandler. That's going to bring us 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. And we got some movement on the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the play. It should be false start against the Cardinals.
You know, I was just thinking that the Cardinals are getting momentum, keeping that clock rolling, and getting a little execution, and they kick themselves right back down.
Well, even if they are gaining momentum, that clock is still moving, which is what we want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's going to back the Cardinals outside.
Right about now.
Right. Ball now placed at the 39-yard line of the Cardinals. 2nd and 5 coming up. A handoff to R.J. Carter up the right side. He's going to get past the 40, past the 30. He's going to be brought down right at the 29-yard line. So that false start did not matter. As R.J. Carter picks up a huge gain on the ground for the Cardinals. With that, they're going to set up shop at the 29-yard line of the Panthers. Moving left to right, 1st and 10. 2 to the left and 1 to the right for Chandler. Here's the formation for the Cardinals. Carver lines up directly behind Chandler. He's going to hand off to Carver up the left side. He's going to get past the 25, brought down right at about the 24-yard line. There's a 5-yard pickup there on the ground. Clock does continue to run. We got 1:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 48-21 our score in favor of the Panthers. But the Cardinals are on the move here on this drive. One receiver on each side for Chandler. But check that. He's going to have 2 receivers to his right and 1 to the left. Chandler is going to take it to Carver, keeping himself past the right side, and he's going to be brought down right at about the 18-yard line. He gets back down by Shaheed Reeves, the linebacker for the Panthers. We do have an injured Panther, and it looks like that is the linebacker, Shaheed Reeves, down on the field from that previous play.
You got to be mindful now. You got big conference game coming up next week.
Yes, sir. Big conference game coming up. The linebacker Shaheed Reeves is down. We do have an injury timeout, so we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network.
We're taking a quick break of our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. Be sure to listen to us live during our next broadcast coverage next Saturday, October 29th, as the Panthers return home for their homecoming game against Bethune-Cookman. Kickoff of that game is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m., and we'll be coming at you with our pregame show at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you can't make it to the Hill for the game, you can catch all the live play-by-play coverage by dialing 857-777-0000. That number again, 857-777-0000. And it's only on the Upper Mike Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
And welcome back to Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. The linebacker Shaheed Reeves was able to get up and walk off on his own terms. Well, he managed to get the win knocked out of him, but he does appear to be okay. So we got 1st and 10 coming up for the Cardinals. Ball placed at the 18-yard line of the Panthers. Cardinals moving left to right. And Chandler took a man in motion. This time he's going to hand off to the other running back, Major Bowden. And Bowden is going to be brought down at the game about 2 yards on the play. As he was met by the defensive end, Xavier Watson. And they're actually only going to give him a yard on that play. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Clock continues to move. 45 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Chandler. Chandler boss at the line of scrimmage. Another handoff to Major Bowden. He's going to run to the left side, and he's going to be brought down near the 1st down marker. This appears to be maybe a yard or 2 shy. Warren Schenkel on the side for the Panthers. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals. They may have time to do one more play here in the 3rd quarter Clock does continue to run with 5 seconds if they're able to get this one off. And it looks like they're not going to try to attempt another play. With that, our third quarter has come to an end. 48-21 here in favor of good Prairie University Panthers. We have one more quarter to go. Third quarter coming up when we return right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Today's game is brought to you by A Rocket Movers and Storage, located at 3354 Yellowstone Boulevard, Houston, Texas. Be sure to contact James Woods at 713-545-0658. If you're looking for movers, a place to store your items, or if you need both, our good fellas at A Rocket Movers and Storage can get you a 2-for-1. So head on down there now. That's A Rocket Movers and Storage, and let them know that the Open Mic Broadcast Network sent you. Also, be sure to listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Mike Prince Show, dissecting Prairie View athletics and all news and updates surrounding the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And again, you can check out the show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind.
We are at the top of our fourth quarter here from Prairie Humphrey Stadium. Panthers on top of this one, 48-21. And while we still have a quick break, we want to remind all of our listeners that following the conclusion of this game, you can join us for the 1876 postgame show by going to the website at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We, Dr. Mike Prince, will break down the X's and O's and give his overall assessment of today's ball game against Lamar University and what we have looked forward to for the Panthers next week as they take on Beaumont. They're going to return to the Hills to take on Beaumont in their homecoming game. And Dr. Mike Prince will break down that entire assessment. And again, it's the 1876 post-game show. The after party is what we call it. You can head to our website at obnradio.com. Dr. Mike Prince.
Yes,
we are in the midst of our fourth quarter, sir. We talked about second half performances for the Panthers so far in the 2022 campaign. Looking strong in that third quarter. Got one more quarter to go. They're on top of this from 48-21. What's been your assessment so far, sir?
Well, right now the Panthers are executing as they should. Still a little, tightening up need to be done penalty-wise. But overall, I'm giving them a passing grade, my man. Giving them a passing grade. But we got to finish.
Yes, sir. And to your point about the penalties, it's not just the penalties, but it's the timely penalties. It's the timing in which the penalties are coming that's allowing Lamar University to capitalize in certain key moments here in this ballgame. That's been the difference maker in terms of penalties for the Panthers. I believe they only had 2 penalties in that first half for 19 yards. I know there's been a couple more penalties here in the second half, but it's been the timing in which these penalties have taken place. As the teams have come back onto the field, we're ready to get this fourth quarter started here from Prairie Humphrey Stadium as the Cardinals will have third down. Third and about 2 to be exact. Teams have switched sides, so the Cardinals will be moving from right to left. Ball is going to be placed at the 11-yard line of the Panthers. As Panthers in the line up directly behind the center, he's taking on the motion, another handoff to Prairie, and he will have enough for a Cardinal first down. And check that was the other running back, Taylor Griffin. And he will have enough for a Cardinals first down, so it's going to be first and goal now for the Cardinals inside the 10-yard line. Ball placed at the 9-yard line to be exact. On the field on each side for Chandler. A handoff to Taylor Griffin. This time, nothing doing as he was met right at the line of scrimmage. And he's actually going to lose a yard on that play to John Lewis on the stop of the Panthers. Defensively for the Panthers, bend but don't break is what you're going to be looking for. Ball placed at the 10-yard line. Cardinals moving right to left. 14 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Panthers on top of this on 48-21. They've looked strong so far here in the second half. Let's see if they can rally things together here in the fourth quarter. They're going to hand this off to Taylor Griffin on the right side, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds by Jalen Stanford. Brought down right at about the 5-yard line. That's going to bring a third and goal now for the Cardinals. One receiver on each side for Chandler. Taylor Harris going to be offset to his left. As Chandler's in motion. He's going to fake it to Harris, roll to his left side. He yells it, man, that pass is going to be... It appears he came over the interception, and he did. Intercepted by the Panthers.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, Logan Jackson comes up big for the Panthers on that interception. We talked about Logan Jackson. Critical for the Panthers defensively. One of the premier defenders for the Panthers. He comes up with an interception on that play, and we have a turnover on down. There's a turnover that we've been looking for, Mike.
Logan Jackson is one of the go-to guys on the defense. He got the respect of his teammates. The coaching staff depends on him, and he sticking his nose in the right place to get that interception to deny the Cardinals. And it's been a well-executed game by the Panthers. Now what you want to do is speed up clock, make sure you guys stay healthy, man, and let's bring this thing back to the yard, get ready for next week.
Panthers go with a run on first down. Lamar Antoine picks up about 9 yards on the play. They're going to give it to him yet again. He's only going to get about 2 yards, but he will have enough for a Panthers first down. Panthers start this drive inside the 5-yard line as Logan Jackson intercepted that ball at about the 3-yard line of the Panthers. So first and 10 now, ball's going to place at the 13-yard line. Panthers moving left to right. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Another handoff to Lamar Antoine at the right side. Gains of about 9 yards on the play. And that should bring us second and 1. Yes, picks up 9 yards on the play, so second and 1 coming up. 12:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Panthers on the move. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Conley. As the broken running back Bernard Goodwater checks in again for Lamar Antoine, he's going to be offset to Conley's left. And Conley's going to fake it to Goodwater, run to the left side. He heads up to the green grass, past the 30. He's going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line. It will be enough for another Panthers first down. As Conley went with a read option to Bernard Goodwater, kept it himself, picks up positive yards, and another first down for the Panthers. Ball now placed at the 33-yard line. Conley looks right there, right here. Man, that pass is complete. Past the 40, past the 30, past the 2, and he's going to be brought down right at the 30-yard line. Chris Herring on another huge reception for the Panthers to put themselves well within Cardinal territory. Ball's now placed at the 40-yard line. Panthers moving left to right.
Panthers feeling their mojo work.
The mojo is working on this drive. This time he's going to hand off to Bernard Goodwater. Picks up positive yards. 4 yards to be exact. Taking Bernard Goodwater with some positive yards on that play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Ball placed at the 34-yard line. Hand off to Bernard Goodwater. He's going to be brought down near the first down marker. He's going to be about 1 yard or 2 shy. They're going to say he's 2 yards shy. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. Ball placed at the 32-yard line. Panthers go with a hurry up offense, read option. Conley kicks to the left side. He accelerates past the 30, past the 20. He's going to just go out of bounds after getting another huge run and another first down for the Panthers.
Keep on keeping on, baby.
Ball officially started at the 20-yard line of the Cardinals. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers moving left to right. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Conley. As Conley fumbles the snap, and they're going to say his knee was down. And that's going to be an official sack. He moves about 5 yards on the play as Conley fumbled the snap. And he was able to pick it back up, but his knee was down as he tried to scoop the ball up. The Panthers will lose 5 yards, and it will bring up 2nd and 15 now for the Panthers.
But the clock is running.
Clock is running. Handoff to the freshman running back, Connor Weisham, and he's going to get those 5 yards back. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now. Clock will continue to run. Ball now placed back at the 20-yard line of the Cardinals. 9:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 48-21. They've got more than they needed for Dr. Mike Prince. Dr. Mike Prince wanted them to get 35. They've got 38 here in this ball game, and they're at the 20-yard line. As Connor's going to take the pass, that pass is going to be complete, and he stretches to the end zone. They're going to say he's going to be stopped right at the goal line. Wow.
Big play.
Chris Herron comes up big up again through the yard for the Panthers. As he tried to reach in, he may have gotten that touchdown. I don't think they're going to review it. But he was able to extend that ball past the goal line. They're going to say his knee was down right at the 1-yard line. So the 1-yard line is where they're going to spot this one. 2 receivers on each side. Conley sends a man in motion. He's going to hand off to Connor Weisham. He's going to lower his shoulders. He's going to be met, but they're going to say he has enough for a Panthers touchdown. Connor Weisham on the touchdown for the Panthers. That was set up by a huge gain on the previous play by the quarterback who's been playing wide receiver, Chris Herron, who's had several completions for several huge gains here in this ball game. It's going to be interesting to see where he ends up with stats-wise at the conclusion of this game. As our score is now 54-21 in favor of the Panthers with the PAT to follow. As this extra point will be no good. Louis Williams hesitated to kick this one, and he didn't get all his leg underneath it on that one. But nonetheless, 54-21 our score in favor of the Panthers with 8:24 to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Panther football right here at the Beaumont Broadcast Network.
Hey, Panther fans, don't forget, following the conclusion of this game, you can join us for the 1876 After Party Post-Game Show. And you can do so by going to the website at obnradio.com. 15 minutes following the conclusion of our broadcast coverage, yours truly, Dr. Mike Prince, will break down the X's and O's and give us his overall assessment of today's game. So tell a friend to tell another friend to tell that friend to head on down to the 1876 post-game after party. And you can do so right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. We're taking a break in our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We want to remind all of our listeners that you can become a part of our broadcast coverage right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. To become a listening partner, all you have to do is visit our website at obnradio.com. If you've been thrilled with our broadcast coverage and all the exciting things we have coming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, your simple donations of just 17 cents a day will help support our programming here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We've been serving the community through faith in athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletics. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie, Texas.
Panthers looking strong here in the 4th quarter. On top of this one, 54-21 with 8:54 to go here in the 1st quarter. Andre Davies alongside the Dr. Mike Prince. We want to welcome you back to Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Mike, what has been your assessment so far here through 3.5 quarters of play? We talked about finishing, that's been our word, that's been our mojo, that's been our word for this entire 2020, for the rest of the 2022 campaign to do that. How have the Panthers lived up to their finish term so far here in this ballgame?
Well, Andre, they had total so far of 60 offensive plays unofficially. 37 of those are runs. So they've been true to the run. They've been true to themselves, and they've been true to the outcome of what this game is supposed to look like. When you look at these teams on paper, not coming in complacent, coming in on a mission, like you stated earlier today, they're playing angry, and they need to be playing angry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As the Panthers are kicking this one off, they're going to be kicking from left to right. Major Bowden is going to bring this one out, and he's going to be brought down past the 30, past the 35, right at the 36-yard line. That's where the Cardinals are going to set up shop now, moving from right to left with 8:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. As Mike Chandler's going to have 2 receivers on each side. He's going to hand this one off to Kalen Griffin on the right side, but not a whole lot going on that play. He's actually going to be brought down. He's going to lose about a yard on that play. Number 47 is Radio Watson, the defensive end, and that nice stop for the Panthers. And they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball plays for their own 36-yard line. As Chandler goes to his left side, he has a man on the near side of the field, and that pass is going to be caught. Not enough for a first down, but a solid catch there by number 14, Andre Dennis. Picks up about 7 yards on the play, 3rd and 3 coming up. Ball now plays at the 43-yard line. Chandler's got 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Chandler back to pass. He's going to step into the pocket, and he's just going to slide down, but not before getting another first down for the Cardinals. Mike Chandler was looking for a man downfield, decides to keep it himself, and picks up a first down for the Cardinals. Ball goes right up this hill. They're going to stop this one at the 47-yard line. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Chandler. They're going with a hurry-up offense. Chandler rolls his right side. He has a man downfield. That pass is going to be caught. He goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. Number 14, Andre Dennis, on a solid reception there for the Cardinals, and another first down. Cardinals now well within Panther territory. As the ball is now placed at the 32-yard line of the Panthers. Cardinals moving right to left. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Chandler. Chandler back to pass. He's being pressured. He's just going to air this one downfield. That pass is going to be incomplete. No yellow laundry on the play. As number 31, Jalen Stanford, on the cover for the Panthers. And that last incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10. 7:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. 54-21 our score in favor of the Panthers. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to check that 2 to the right. As the Cardinals go with an empty backfield setup. Ball plays at the 32-yard line. And Chandler's going to go with a quarterback draw. He has plenty of room. He's going to get past the 20, brought down right at about the 11-yard line. Let's check the 16-yard line. It will be enough for Cardinals first down. Mike Chandler on the QB draw picks up the huge stand for the Cardinals. They're going to go with a hurry-up offense. This time he's going to roll to his left side. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Another positive game there for the Cardinals. They'll stop the clock with 6:42 to go here in the fourth quarter.
You're not supposed to let them stop the clock,
well, the quarterback, Mike Chandler, just decided to do it himself now. You know, he's counting maybe 1,000, and he's not even looking to attempt another pass. He's just going to take it downfield himself. He was through the middle or through the outside. He goes again on that last play. So 2nd and 4 coming up for the Cardinals. This time Chandler's going to line up under the center. Play action fake. And Chandler's going to roll to his right side. Still looking. He's being pressured. He's finally going to be brought down. And that should be a sack. As he was brought down by number 31, Jalen Stanford. on that last play. So a loss of about 3 yards. So this will bring up 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals. Clock does continue to move. We got 5:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Chandler. Adrian Bowden offset to his right. And he's going to drop back to pass, looking, and he's just going to go down. But not enough. He didn't get enough for a first down. As he went with another QB draw up the middle, this time not nothing doing. And they will bring up 4th down for the Cardinals. As this is 4th down territory, so the offense will stay out there on the field. And looks like the other quarterback, Jacoby Logino, is in the game for the Cardinals in relief of Mike Chandler.
He's tired.
He's definitely tired. As we have a slight stoppage in the play. And we have a timeout on the field. Timeout charge against the Cardinals. 4th down coming up when the team return onto the field. Panthers on top of this one, 54-21. With 4:41 to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll take a break and come right back to more Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in the state of Texas? Head on down to Teague's Barbecue, located at 3307 Spring Stubner Road in Spring, Texas, at 832-246-8552. That number again is 832-246-8552. Former NFL player Matthew Teague is the founder of Teague's Barbecue, your one-stop shop for all your food and catering needs. They have served the Houston and surrounding area since 1989. Let them know that the Open Mic Broadcast Network sent you. Teague's Barbecue, a taste that will leave you satisfied.
And welcome back to Panther football right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have 4:41 to go here in the 4th quarter. In favor of your first minute Panthers. And looking strong here in the second half. We've talked all season long about playing 4 complete quarters of football. The Panthers are doing that so far here in this ball game. They've been strong 3rd quarter so far. They've been strong here in the 4th quarter with 4:41 to go. As teams are starting to make their way back onto the field, it will be 4th and 2 coming up for the Cardinals. Cardinals going to be moving from right to left.
Andre, yeah, you're going to have to bring your mic up just a little bit, please, or you bring your crowd mic down.
All right.
There you go, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Mike Prince. Always helping us out, making sure that not only we're looking good, but that we're sounding good. Panthers are looking good so far here in this ballgame.
How you look at it. I can't tell you. I'm not responsible for that department.
Dr. Mike Prince don't want to be responsible for how we look, but he will make sure that we sound good. And with that, teams will come back out into the field. Cardinals moving from right to left, and we'll be 4th and 2. Mike Chandler's going to be pressured, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield for another sack yet again. Jalen Stafford, another sack, 2 sacks in a row by Jalen Stafford, and with that, we will have a turnover on downs.
Yes, sir. It's all about finish, baby. All about finish.
The Panthers, yes, sir. The Panthers have lived up to that word. Now, they don't know. It's funny because they don't know that we've been using that word for them to urge them on here, not only in this ball game, for the rest of the 2022 campaign, that we decided in our pregame show starting today's ball game. But the Panthers have lived up to that finish term that we've been using so far here in this ball game. They get a turnover on down due to a sack by Jalen Stafford. And with that, they're going to have 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they're going to hand this one up the middle, and he's going to be brought down after picking up some solid yards on the play. As that was the other running back, Jamarius Brooks, number 27, whose name we haven't called the 2022 campaign. He's in the game right now. Picks up solid yards on the play, 8 yards to be exact. They're going to give it to him yet again, this time to the left side. He's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he's going to lose a yard on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. Ball placed at their own 25-yard line. Jamarius Brooks is the running back for the Panthers here on this drive as the clock continues to move here with 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Panthers are taking their time now. They're going to wait till it's at least 2 or 1 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to snap this one, hand it off to Jamarius Brooks at the left side. Looks like he was met right at the first down marker. It's going to be about a half a yard shy. We'll bring up 4th and short. 20 units come out to the field. But more importantly, clock continues to run here as we're right at 3 minutes to go here late in the fourth quarter. Panthers looking strong on top of this one, 54-21. And the 7-7 Ray back to receive this punt for the Cardinals. He's standing at their own 40-yard line. As this punt is off, it was nearly blocked. He was able to get it off at the last minute. And Ray's going to muff this one. And it is recovered by the Panthers, and that should do it.
Well,
wow.
They come through again.
Special teams come through yet again. We talked about not only the defense, but we talked about the special teams for the Prairie University Panthers and how they've come alive and came up big in certain key moments throughout the course of the ball game. And here late in the fourth quarter with 2:31 remaining, special teams comes up big yet again as the Panthers will have first down inside Cardinal territory. Ball placed at the 33-yard line. We have a timeout on the field. Appears to be an official timeout. 2:31 to go here in the first quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 54-21. We'll take a quick break and come back and wrap up today's ball game here from Provost Humphrey Stadium. Panthers on top of this one, 54-21. You're listening to Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network.
While we have a quick break in the action, we want to thank all of our sponsors and supporters for making today's broadcast possible. The Prairie Athletic Club, the Panther Backers, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Teague's Barbecue, and A Rocket Movers and Storage. Thank you for your continued support of our broadcast coverage throughout Waller County and beyond. The station designed with you in mind, the Upper Mike Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. We're taking a quick break of our broadcast coverage of Panther football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. Be sure to listen to us live during our next broadcast coverage next Saturday, October 29th, as the Panthers return home for their homecoming game against Bethune-Cookman. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m., and we'll be coming at you with our pregame show at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you can't make it to the Hill for the game, you can catch all the live play-by-play coverage by dialing 857-777-0000. That number again, 857-777-0000. And it's only on the Upper Mike Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
2:31 to go here, late in the fourth quarter. Panthers on top of this one, 54-21. A complete dominance by the Panthers so far here in this ball game. And they're going to have a possession here to try to wrap up this fourth quarter. Ball's going to be placed at the 43-yard line of the Cardinals. Another handoff to the running back. This time he's going to lose about a yard or so on the play. As number 27, Jamarius Brooks, will be the running back to more than likely finish things off for the Panthers here late in the fourth quarter. He loses a yard on that last play, but nonetheless, the clock will continue to run as we're now down to just 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Andre, looks like they're going to grant my other wish for pitching a shutout in the second half.
Pitching a shutout in the second half, they nearly doubled what you wanted them to score points-wise offensively. 54 points here in this ball game.
They've been rolling.
Keep it rolling. Another handoff to Demarius Brooks to the left side. Only gets right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that play. He's going to bring up third down. Ball placed at the 44-yard line. Panthers are moving left to right. We got 1:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. As the Panthers are looking to just milk this one out and go home with a victory here in this ball game. As Conley's waiting. Yes, sir. Panthers is being patient. They're going to hand out to Demarius Brooks. He's not going to have anything going. It will bring up fourth down. Clock will continue to run. 50 seconds to go. As the Panthers are going to return home to the hill.
Yes,
sir. So the Panthers are going to return home to the hill victorious here in this ball game. And what way to return to your homecoming game off a momentum win and a statement win, if you will, 54-21, which would be the final indicated score, and our clock strikes to 0 with about 10 seconds to go. So Prairie takes a timeout with 13 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. They're on top of this one, 54-21. And we'll keep it right here. Dr. Mike Prince, what has been your assessment so far here in this ball game? I know we talked about it for this entire ball game so far, and it's been a total dominance of both sides of the ball, especially in the fourth quarter for the Panthers defensively. They gave up 21 points in that first half, but defensively they buckled down in the second half. How impressed have you been so far defensively for the Panthers here in this ball game, specifically in that second half?
I've been very impressed, and they've done what good teams do after an embarrassing loss. They come back and they take it out on the next opponent, and it just happens to be the Lamar Cardinals. And job well done, passing grades all the way around. Still some things that need to be tightened up, but that's part of the game, right? That's why you practice, why you keep working on getting better at your craft. But very impressed with the defense, pitching that shutout. Impressed with the second half performance, out on their opponents 20-0 so far.
And this would be a win that I would like to see the Panthers build on. As when you return home next week to your homecoming game against the Beaumont, this win right here, I'm going to need to see the Panthers try to build on this momentum, look at all aspects of the ball in which he was successful in, offensively, defensively, even special teams. You can point to every aspect of this ball game, and the Panthers were able to find some success. Offensively, you were able to put up 54 points against Lamar University. Defensively, you were able to, came late in this ball game, but you was able to get a turnover defensively, and you was able to get off the field several times on third down, and even on special teams. Your special teams were able to come up for you late in the fourth quarter here in this ball game due to a muff punt by Lamar University. So in every aspect of this ball game, the Panthers have been able to find success. So I'm going to be looking for them to build on that momentum next week against the Beaumont, Mike.
No doubt about it. I want to give a programming note, Andre. At the conclusion of this game, we're going to, of course, do the 1876 after party. But I got to get some technical things lined up. So we're going to have to, as they say, adapt and get those zeros.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, you were cutting out on that last one, Mike. I didn't quite get that.
Sir, no, we're going to have to make an immediate stage left exit at the conclusion, but we will be doing the 1876 post-game show. 15 minutes. Join the website, OBN Radio PanthersFootball.com and hit the Mike Prince Show, and we'll recap this whole thing. And Panthers looking strong, looking good, feeling good, and Andre Davis had them sounding good.
All right. Sounds good. So the Cardinals will come back out to the field. We got 9 seconds to go here in this late fourth quarter, as the Fields are going to try to attempt one final play here at their own 45-yard line. And just going to hand this off to the right side, and he's going to be brought down past the 40-yard line. And with that, that will be the final play, and this game has come to an end here from Provost Humphrey Stadium. The Panthers victorious in this one by the score of 54-21, looking strong here in this ball game, coming out with a statement win, if you will, 54-21, our final score in favor of the Panthers. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, and the next time we're going to fire this thing back up will be for the 1876 post-game after party. And again, you can head to the website at obnradio.com, and yours truly, Dr. Mike Prince, will break everything down here in terms of this ball game and what we have to look forward to for the Panthers next week as they take on Bethune-Cookman in the homecoming game at Prairie University at Blackshield Field. Panthers on top of this one, winning this one by the score of 54-21. This is Andre Davis alongside Dr. Mike Prince. You've been tuned in to Panther Football right here on Triple Mike Broadcast Network, and we will see you next time.